Back I can't wait for the next game. Monster Hunter Yippee. You know what? A Yippee wearing some Monster Hunter armor probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
No.
Hello, chat.
Hi, chat. Sorry, hold on. I need to.
Tem doesn't exist yet.
Here. Sorry. There. There you go. Hi, chat. Sorry. It's a little rushed because I just got home like 10 minutes ago.
Tem's been busy all day.
Yes.
Not really though.
Not really, but it's fine. We're getting. I'm gonna basically finish setting up stream live because. Fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Fine. Oh, I didn't know this. I guess there's a DLC cosmetic pass in this game that is free.
Yeah, there is.
Whoa. Hi, dog.
No.
Hi, Akko. Hello.
Hello. I need to pull up Akko's chat in a minute. Give me a moment, chat, and I'll take care of that. And I'll be able to see what you all are saying.
Well, if we do stream share, you don't have to do that. Apologies, chat. I've decided to bring, as always, I decided to bring food to work. Although this is ice cream, and I kind of need that. Kind of need some ice cream right now.
There's the dog. We got the dog, and the dog is here. Hello,
I don't see the dog.
I am dog. No, I'm reading my chat.
I'm sad. Are you?
What's the octopus people saying? Oh, can you not hear Akko?
Oh, hide the stuff the
No.
Temperor's watching. I've invited you to share chat.
No, Akko should be able to be heard. All right.
Can't believe all my friends are muting me. Lumi was muting me earlier, and now you are too.
Why was Lumi muting you?
Oh, she wasn't muting me. She didn't know that she had me muted.
Oh. So, like, what happened, like, yesterday for you when you were on stream with me?
Uh-huh.
Understood. Chat, I'm getting Akko on stream.
It's kind of important, yeah.
Hello, just saying good luck, just saying. We can hear Akko, just no share chat. Yeah, don't worry, chat, I'm working on it.
Ice cream is in the classic version of the food pyramid. Well, I only adhere to the classic version of the food pyramid.
I need to pull up Akko's thing.
Is it the dog with the butter? Is it the butter dog?
The butter dog. Here, join.
The dog
join
with
stream.
their mouth open all the time?
Ah!
There we go.
Oh!
Share chat.
Chat, if you, just so you know, if Akko has Monster Hunter Wilds as what Akko is doing, you can sub to Akko and get drops from Monster Hunter.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, but it's only for PlayStation. No.
Oh. Still watch me on Twitch, I guess. That's kind of dumb, though. Anyway.
Let me pull up YouTube chat for Akko.
How has your week been?
Monster Hunter. Does that answer your question?
Sure. I mean, your week didn't start out with Monster Hunter. It was literally like the 28th.
My week started out with Final Fantasy XIV grinding out Moogle tomes, and my week ended with grinding out monster parts.
That sounds a little too sexual for me, I'm gonna have to say.
I got a lot of tail this week.
You're not making that any better.
Oh, I know. That was the point.
PSN stays winning? I disagree.
Monster Hunter players know exactly what I mean by I got a lot of tail this week. Don't worry. You're far enough away from me. Come on. There. No. How far do you... Fucking... There. No. There. No. I hate YouTube Studio. I wish it didn't do this. There.
What?
That's what you're getting, chat. It's working.
What's going on? This is a fantastic start.
My model. Enough parts to build your own monster girl. Exactly. Okay. Hi, chat. It's working now.
It's working now? Perfect.
It's working now.
It's fantastic start to the stream. All right. Welcome to Nightwave, the stream where we sit down and we talk about pop culture and news, mostly related in video games, movies, occasionally politics when it fits, you know. Yep. But for the most part, we're here, we're chilling, we're talking about everybody's new game of the year. I don't know about that one for some people. No? No. Why? With all the performance issues. Now, to be fair, a lot of people saying this game has performance issues must not remember when World and Rise came out on PC. I mean, I haven't had any performance issues at all. The only time I've had performance issues is when I'm streaming it. Really? Yep. Wow. But I suspect that's a combination of like the game and OBS and VTube Studio. I would say that I could have issues. However, I'm not streaming the game on the same PC. Exactly. And chat, Monster Hunter Wilds has actually gotten me to start debating getting a second computer. Congratulations. That was Warframe for me. Because, but it's not going to happen for a bit. I'm waiting to see what AMD cooks up. Yeah. Because AMD is what it is. Because I'm definitely looking into another computer. Yeah. Oh. Jordan, thank you for the 2. I'd rather fight Kezu than the new spider. The new spider is pretty. It makes cool looking armor. Okay, so here's something interesting. Unless there's more than one spider. There's 2 spiders. Are they both new? I'm an arachnophobe, chat. I hate spiders. I know arachnids kind of fall under more than just spider, but mostly spiders. I hate spiders. Nursilla and Lullabarina do not bother me at all. Well, then you must not be an arachnophobe. I don't know why they don't bother me, but they don't bother me. But maybe it's because I can murder them and then wear them. Okay, now you're making it weirdly sexual again. You gotta slow down with that. But yeah, no, chat. As far as the second computer, I'm waiting on to see what AMD is gonna do for their 9070 XTX. Because if I'm gonna get another computer, because my computer already kicks ass, this computer is gonna turn into a streaming PC, and my new computer is going to turn into my personal machine, my personal gaming rig. So wait. I mean, in my personal opinion, if you want, you should just get something that can stream. I have something that, I mean, you know what my streaming computer is, but yeah. All right, fair enough. I don't know why you would need a computer that's more powerful than the one you currently have, because it's already a beast. Because a computer more powerful than the one I have would be for, my general everyday usage. The one I'm using now would turn into the streaming PC. Uh-huh. That's why. Fair enough. Because the major thing is a 9070 XTX might compare more to a 4080 or a 4080 Super. Right. Well, I'm gonna say more 40 or 5080. But the point stands is if I'm gonna get a new computer, I want it to be as good as I can get it. Yeah. So, how does Aqua survive UTT with Lum and Mizu's constant innuendos? Oh, that's the funny thing. I'm secretly worse. Yeah. Not really, though. I'm intentionally making all these jokes because it's funny. Exactly. Do Nursilla's hatchlings bother you? No. Surprisingly, no, they don't. Quaylad from Dark Souls is a spider, but at least she has boobies. Exactly. Oh, isn't that the first Dark Souls boss? Yeah, you've already fought it. Yeah. It clears 5070 at least. Exactly. That's why I'm waiting for the 9070 XTX. I could just get a one now with a 9000 X3D and a 9070 XT, but I'm why not just wait for a 9070 XTX? Oh, go ahead. Akko doesn't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was going to say, I have no idea. Computers know what I'm talking about. no idea what any of this shit is. There's nothing wrong with wearing your adversary's skin like a coat. The cavemen did that to saber-toothed cats. Yeah, but saber-toothed cats, like, were real. I don't know. I like making a joke out of a semi-serious situation. Anyway. This episode is going to be more focused towards Monster Hunter Wilds. And I figured we should start off by talking about how successful it's been over just about everything else in the gaming industry right now.
Yeah, chat. Here, I'm gonna bring up my reaction stream.
I have it up. I have it up on SteamDB.
Yet. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up SteamDB right now.
So, chat. When we talk about success, I would say that Monster Hunter's definitely hit it. And what sucks is it's kind of hard to compare a Monster Hunter game, which is a mainline game for Capcom, versus a game like Avowed, which is, last I checked, is shitting the bed. Yep. But, like, this is the game that everybody was waiting for. Now, if the amount of people that you see on screen, and I'll just illustrate it for those that are listening. So, at the beginning of this game's lifetime, on February 28th, February 28th, when this game first came out, it started with 800,000 people playing it, almost 900,000. What the hell is talking right now? Sorry. Was that you?
No. What?
For some reason, I thought I heard something. What the hell? Anyway.
Chat, Aqua's going insane.
I am going insane. My apologies. Anyway, so it peaked at 1.3, almost 1.4 million players.
Yep.
As a peak.
It isn't even out for a week. It is just the weekend. This came out Friday.
Yeah, this peaked on March 1st on Saturday, which is what I kind of expected would happen on a Saturday.
Do top-heavy octopuses and dog boys count as monsters? Also, what do they drop if we hunt them? Yes.
You don't get anything if you hunt me.
I don't know, Chad. Have you seen the octopus cat?
The octopus
Chad, have you seen the octopus cat?
Oh, you mean the takoyaki?
Does changing the misspell resolution work?
No.
That has been proven false.
I mean, we can talk about that too. We'll talk about that after this, though.
Yeah.
So, game's only been out. Let's see, 4 days. 4 days. A lot of people have told me they've already completed the game.
Not even 4 days. Not even 4 days.
Today is the 4th day.
What are you smoking? It came out Friday. How does 3 days equate to 4 days?
Friday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. Like, well, it's almost 4 days. It's almost 4 days.
Akko, it came out in where you are.
Yeah.
At midnight on the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
For me, 9 p.m. on the 27th.
Uh-huh.
It hasn't even hit that in general. It hasn't even been a full 3 days.
Okay. It's almost been 3 days. Very smart right now, chat. Very smart.
I start to hate game news YouTubers.
Wait, what?
Why would you say that? I mean, to be fair, there's plenty out there that's, like, irritating.
Some of them are. I didn't get that chat for some reason. That's
no,
odd.
it's in my YouTube chat.
Yeah, but I should be able to, like, if your chats are combined, it should be able to show me yours.
You should be able to. I don't know why it's not showing up. It might just be restream.
I don't know.
Not
anyway,
working. Nice.
Anyway. So, games peaked at 1.384. Absolutely dominating everybody.
Like,
everybody.
If you want to look at, like, the most played games on Steam right now, Monster Hunter Wilds overtook everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I know people are saying Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is getting up there as far as, like, contender for Game of the Year. I've heard some questionable things that make me not want to play the game, like the potential of PDF file kind of content. I'm not sure if that's in there. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, all-time peak 21 days ago, 256,000.
Which is a decent chunk.
That's pretty decent. But then Monster Hunter, not even out for a full 72 hours. 1,384,608 players.
Now we should say that this game is a PlayStation main game. So this isn't even all of the players that can be playing this game.
Yeah.
There's probably another couple million people that are just playing on PlayStation right now.
Yep.
So
exactly. So there's no PDF files in the game. I know there was talk of like the child sodomy stuff in.
I heard about that.
Too.
I don't know very much about it, which is why I never talked about it.
I didn't look into it, so I don't know. But
So
I heard that was there.
It is my understanding with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and people can correct me, that the character that was used, referenced, is an actual was actually like a teenager during like the time period, but like I guess either the creator retroactively aged them up or whatever. And it is my understanding that like it's kind of weird. In my personal opinion, sodomy in a game where Christianity is kind of a big thing to them is kind of weird. In my personal opinion, I don't know why it would be included. But by the same token, it's
just like, I know it's digital, but that kind of thing still bothers me. Like the addition of the act at all disturbs me. Like, I'm not a fan of that.
I mean, like, is my understanding that the game allows you to have intimacy just in general. I have not seen it, but I am told that you can just be intimate in the game, which kind of scary.
Yeah, exactly. Again, like, whether or not lolly is a topic here, the sheer fact that the developers are like, we should have
no. The guy was actually very tall, from what I understand. The guy was not like a kid size.
He's 24. Was the kid or the other guy? I don't know. If he's 24, that's different. But
by the way, you are welcome to join me whenever you'd like.
I will. I had to turn the game on still because I had to turn the game off prior to stream.
Nice.
Because it was causing VTube Studio to absolutely shit the bed.
Fair enough.
I'm going to kind of get through some news and I'll jump in. So yeah, like, Monster Hunter Wilds is doing fantastic. And it's not to say the game doesn't have issues. The game absolutely has some issues. Like 2 anti-cheats. Why it has 2 anti-cheats, I don't know.
Here, you talk for a moment.
Like, there's no reason this game should have 2 anti-cheats. Period. The guy that aged him to a full-grown adult, there's 0 children in the game? Oh, okay. Alright, that's fair. Because I didn't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the game. I had just heard that was a thing. So, I'm glad if there isn't. Or at least if there are, that they're not using it that way.
Okay, I'm back. Sleepy? No, I just had to put something up.
But it's not to say that Monster Hunter Wilds doesn't have its own issues. Like, double DRMs, some performance issues. Some of the stuff doesn't look the greatest. But
what,
I don't know if yeah. There's some bits that kind of look a little weird.
I don't know, man. I see something in front of me that looks really nice right now.
Oh, no, I'm not going to disagree. The locales are gorgeous.
No, I'm talking about Gemma.
Oh, well,
this
Gemma's
woman?
pretty good too.
Gemma, whatever. This woman is like... She is somebody else.
Welcome. Sorry. I read your name is Hassan.
Oh, dear. That's
Hassan Terrell, welcome. I get it. It's just frustrating that this lie is being spread. It really made me not want to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because even though it is a digital thing, I'm just like, you know, like it kind of rubs you the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing that's actually not in there and people are just lying again,
as is normally the case when it comes to that kind of shit.
So,
ooh.
But no, like, Monster Hunter Wilds overall has been a genuinely fantastic experience.
Mm-hmm.
I have actually finished all of low rank. Well, okay, not like every optional hunt either, but like the main story for Wilds or low rank, I have finished.
Okay.
I'm a decent amount into high rank now as of today. But overall, like the game has been fantastic, and I would easily say that unless, and I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be hard. If Borderlands 4 or GTA 6 or whatever like happens this year, I don't think it's gonna be able to beat Monster Hunter Wilds for me as like a top contender. The only thing that may be able to do it is like whatever Nintendo shovels out.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know what Nintendo's shoveling out because they haven't talked about it yet.
Now that's some good looking armor. The Skyla armor makes you look like
Nursilla?
a Gundam. Nursilla, whatever. It makes you look like a Gundam.
See, that's what bothers. Like, how do you not know the name when they actively said it in a cutscene what her name is?
I plead the yip.
Okay, understood.
Yep.
So, I think the overall big problem people have with the game, like, I think an interesting topic is like, Endymion actually made a post about this, and it kind of bothered me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do like his content, but he actually has been posting videos about Monster Hunter. But he's like, Monster Hunter Wilds so far... Here, let me bring this over to this screen so you all can see what I'm looking at. Monster Hunter Wilds doesn't have the best graphics or lip sync for environments. It looks very passable for a AAA game. I'll keep playing, but so far... Oof. Yeah, mind you, I'm playing with ray tracing on and all that too, so this is as good as it can look on PS5 Pro. The lip syncing doesn't bother me.
Well, you're playing a Japanese game. There's a reason why the lip syncing was not going to work.
Exactly. Like, because it... And he's also saying, like, oh, the character models don't look good. And it specifically points to, like, one of the Black Hunters. Like, you remember the Black Hunter in the beginning of the game? And he just kind of has, like, a tiny afro-looking thing.
Yeah, I don't really care.
I'm like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't look awful to me. The only character that's, like, looks mildly off to me is Eric, but that's because he has, like... I'm gonna say it, chat, and some of you may disagree with me. He has like that weird fat bimbo lip look to him, which is weird.
Well, that's just some black people. What do you mean?
No. Eric, the kid who got trapped in the lava burrito web.
Oh, I see.
Like, if you look at his lips, like they're kind of fatter than normal.
I mean, why does that matter?
It doesn't matter. It's just that's the one that to me that looks the weirdest.
Okay.
Like out of all the characters, that's the one that looks weird to me. And like even then, I'm like, I'm not bothered by it. It does bother me, but not enough to not play it. Exactly. Like these are minor things. Should they have done a little better? Absolutely. But is it a bad enough thing that I'm like, oh, this is a deal breaker for me? No.
No, the game looks... Listen, I don't know what people are saying. This game looks pretty fantastic. Maybe it's just because I got a nice computer or a nice graphics card. But this game looks pretty decent. And so far I haven't had any issues with it. Not to say that people haven't.
It plays fantastic. Like, it's so much fun to play. And honestly, as far as the game, like, I want it to look good. But I'm not... I think Pippa truly said it best on her NVIDIA spiel.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, I'm not gonna whore out for, like ray tracing and 4K and...
Oh, no, you shouldn't be.
No.
Listen, ray tracing is gay in my personal opinion.
It, like, the most I would have right now for me is like an OLED display for one of my monitors, and that's it.
What does OLED do again?
It basically makes the colors pop more.
Okay.
That's it.
Not
it's
really that
like
useful.
the Switch OLED. Like the Switch OLED or the Steam Deck OLED. It's like that, but on like a monitor.
I'd rather the game be good. No, yeah, like legit chat. we're kind of regressing, in my personal opinion, when it comes to graphics, because the graphics were really good, like, a long time ago, and now it's just kind of, like, stagnated, maybe in some ways gotten worse.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's not helping the fact that we have ray tracing and 4K and, like, the fake AI frames.
Yeah, I'm not for fake AI frames. That's just kind of...
Like, I use frame generation in this game because I feel like it needs it, or at least for my rig, it needs it.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that bad for you?
It's not that bad, it just makes it run a little bit better. And I don't notice any problems with it for this game. So I just leave it running.
I'm kind of surprised, I guess. You know what?
You have a bit of a better GPU than I do. A little bit.
I do, but you and I are very close.
Right, are you running frame generation?
I don't know.
Case in point. To be frank, Endymion isn't saying they are deal breakers, just issues. Well, yeah, it's saying it's not deal breakers. But it's saying like, oh, this is how it looks on PS5 Pro with ray tracing. And I'm like, it looks fine to me. I don't know what he means, like, oh, this is rough. Like,
Got to eat. Let's do that.
I don't see a problem with this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Also, Olivia, the character, like this character right here, when we started seeing the characters for Wilds, this was the character that Grums gravitated towards saying, and this is why Capcom has gone woke and is DEI.
Wait, which character?
Olivia, the female hunter with like the short blonde hair.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh no!
I disagree.
Oh no! Women can have short hair!
I will say there is a lot of women in this game. But, like, that's not a big deal. It's just something I noticed.
Because you can only make things so realistic. Exactly. Like, I don't want it to look realistic. I want it to be engaging, to be appealing to my eyes. And to me, this is appealing to my eyes. This does just enough where I'm like, this is good. I like this.
More of this, please.
More of this, please. Like, I loved Rise's, like, aesthetic. I know it was only that way because of the Switch, because it was a Switch exclusive. But this is like a multi-platform release. That's the big difference here. But I still like this.
I handled Tomboy Supremacy. It's kind of sounded like it, you know. Where's all the shirtless buff men? Oh, we are in the Frozen Wastes right now. But that is a good question. Where are the frozen buff men? Or, excuse me, just the shirtless buff men.
To be fair, Endymion does point out that the pre-rendered cutscenes do look fantastic.
Well, yeah, because they're pre-rendered cutscenes.
Exactly.
Not surprised there.
No, I'm not surprised there at all. He's like, it's so weird. The actual cutscenes look great. I mean, they are pretty rendered, but the actual game that just looks muddy as hell. Look at the pre-rendered cutscenes, looking just so much nicer looking. Wish it all looked like this. And someone says here, like, is the gameplay good? That should be the most important aspect, to be honest. Graphics, lip syncing, who cares if the game is good? Like, the game, the namesake of the game is literally Monster Hunter. How does it feel to hunt monsters? To me, this feels fantastic.
Now, yeah, so far for my first real... By the way, chat, this is my first real experience.
I've gotten Occo to play a little bit of World, and I've gotten Occo to play a little bit of Rise. But this is the first time Occo has truly dived into Monster Hunter.
Okay, I need to shoot one of these monsters with a dung pod. That's very gross sounding.
So, because they smell like shit, it causes them to want to disperse.
Oh, I have to shoot the right one, I guess. I didn't shoot the right one, so now these guys aren't going to run away. That's nice to know.
So, I don't know. And that's how it says here, high settings on PC. And it's like, yes, the boat in the background doesn't have the highest details. Like, I don't care. I don't know. I could go on. It's just, I feel like people are bitching about the wrong things. Like, should this look better? Yeah. It should. But you know what? Capcom had a pretty iffy launch for World and Rise on PC, and they fixed it. And I have a feeling they're going to do that with this game as well.
Yeah, but isn't he playing it on the PS5?
Yeah, he's playing on PS5.
Then why is the game shitty for him?
So the game actually runs fine for him. He's actually talking about the graphics. Because he's running on ray tracing and... just... You don't need the ray tracing.
What are the minimum requirements? That's a good question. What are the minimum requirements?
On PC, the minimum requirements for Wilds... Let me bring them up. Minimum is Windows 10, Core i5 10400, or i3 12100, or AMD Ryzen 5 3600, which is actually pretty low these days. Those are pretty low requirements. 16 gigs of RAM, NVIDIA GTX 1660, or AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT, and a SSD. Oh, and 75 gigs of space. Those are actually pretty minimum requirements these days.
Yeah. I'm playing Monster Hunter since the PSP days, and Wilds would qualify for the most engaging in the game series. I've heard it's pretty good.
I want to go back and play some of the other games. I'm really tempted to pick up, what is it?
I'm going to mount this, man.
Oh, we're not going to do it on that screen. That screen is also very dangerous. I want to go to GameStop's website because I know I can just search up there.
There we go.
Monster Hunter.
I mounted him.
Where is it? It's another Switch game. Oh, here it is. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I would like to pick this game up and just play it one day. One day I will. Journos love good graphics so they can draw in viewers. Exactly. I feel like some gamers only want realistic graphics and not fun gameplay. No, yeah. And like, I'm not saying like it needs to be the prettiest thing ever, but what I've seen, the game is fantastic. The game is pretty, but it's not like what's a good game as an example? Like it's not Final Fantasy VII Rebirth levels of like this looks phenomenal. It looks great, but the graphics are not always like the most appealing bit.
I'm surprised I got 2 hits off of that.
I don't feel like the game needed to be like the most insane.
Where the fuck is he going? There he is. Ow.
Oh, maybe I'll buy Generations Ultimate tonight.
Is it good?
I did hear it was good, but it's like $33 on Amazon right now.
Oh, what system is it on?
Switch.
Ah, okay.
It's only on Switch. It was one of their I think it was a remake game.
Oh, okay.
Or at least a port, like a kind of like an upscale, like 3DS to Switch. So.
This man has a very weird hitbox.
I will look into later after stream. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have problems with Monster Hunter Wilds.
Neither do I.
I mean, okay, so to count my issues, I would say it has crashed 4 times for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But 2 of those times were while I was trying to record footage for a video. And I had 2 memory leaks, but that was also when I was also streaming.
Wait, so you were streaming and recording at the same time?
No. So the 2 memory leaks happened while I was streaming.
Ah, okay. And it just didn't recover.
I had to restart the game to fix it twice.
I getcha.
The 2 crashes when I was trying to record while I had VTube Studio open and the game. So very easily, a lot of my issues could just be my computer is being strained by OBS and VTube Studio.
I was running away like a bitch.
I did have 2 crashes today, but I did resolve the issue.
Matt, thank you for the 10. I'm enjoying Wilds, farming LR Dosha, but I wish that the focus strikes didn't make you invincible and stun-lock the monster. I want there to be more risk-reward than you missed.
Yeah, I will admit. So some people were saying Monster Hunter Wilds feels a little too easy.
Really?
And I'm not gonna disagree. I have only carded 3 times. 3 or 4 times.
Ow.
So I carded 2 times against the Ice Shard Cliffs Apex monster. Those who have played Wilds knows who I'm talking about. And I carded once against the final boss of low rank.
What was the final boss of low rank?
I'm not going to spoil it for chat.
Oh, okay. So I haven't gotten there yet.
You have not seen it yet, no.
Oh fuck! Now there's 3 of them. Gosh damn it! Why are there 3 of you?
Welcome to Hirobami.
Where's the monster waifu? There's a good question.
So overall, like, has there been some issues for me? Yes. But as far as the game being too easy,
You disagree?
it's definitely easier.
Yeah.
But I'm also someone who has been playing since World on the PS4.
Why am I putting down a portable barbecue? No, thank you.
Portable barbecue. Anyway,
No.
so I've been playing since World on PS4. So I feel like I have become more seasoned, if that makes sense. Because I have been playing it for a while, it kind of feel like it just flows better with me. But at the same time, I also feel like our Palico is way more responsive with the fact that it's more responsive with the Vigor Wasps, and
Ow. He can do way more. I will say that.
So the Vigor Wasp, he also has the option to heal you of ailments now. That is insane. And as I know people don't like our Palico being voiced, but the Palico being voiced kind of helps in a way.
A little
Because
bit,
your
yeah.
Palico will actively tell you, be like, hey, I'm coming to heal you. And it's like, oh, cool.
Oh wow, this thing gets staggered very quickly.
I think it's the new wound system. It's just OP for free. Yeah, no, the wound system I feel like is definitely what made the game easier. Don't forget, this will be hundreds of thousands of millions of people's first Monster Hunter, so expect a lot of low information takes. Exactly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's, I think, what a lot of this is.
Oh, 100%. I mean, like same thing happened back in Rise, did it not?
And World.
Yeah.
In fact, I was watching a YouTube short today. It came up on my feed. And basically it was saying, like, oh, some journalists are talking about how Monster Hunter Wilds is much easier. But they seem to forget that they also said it for World, and in World, we had Anjanath. And Anjanath was a gatekeeping boss. Like, this was the monster that would cause people to quit.
How dare you say gatekeeping? Matt, thank you for another 10. I've been playing since 3U on 3DS. I'm not expecting to get walled by anything. I just don't want the monster to spend the whole hunt as a stationary toppled punching bag because focus strike spam. Oh, that's fair. I mean, for the most part, at least for me right now, I kind of have to go find some more dung piles because I don't know how to get this thing to separate from his buddies. Tim, do you have any dung piles?
I'm not on the game.
Oh, sad.
Talking cat makes it easier to love it. Oh yeah, like, I really like my cat. Like, I think maybe after I'm done with the current art I'm working on with Ari, I may actually commission my hunter.
I really like
with
my cat.
My cat.
Sometimes you need to
gatekeep.
gatekeep. Yes, I agree.
Anjanath was easy. He felt like a lesser Devil Joe. Yeah. Like, because World was my first Monster Hunter, Anjanath was a pain in the ass. But as I did more subsequent playthroughs, because I kept losing my file and having to start over repeatedly, I got more used to Anjanath. And Anjanath wasn't as hard to me anymore.
Anjanath was easy. He felt like a lesser Devil Joe. Why am we? Why
You don't
oh,
understand these things because
I didn't play World.
you didn't play World.
Yeah, I didn't.
Talking Cat improves everything. I like the Talking Cat.
They had to
the
debuff
debuff monsters.
them? That's funny.
Yeah. Realistically, chat, like, people are going to complain about challenge until we get the DLC. And then we're going to get master rank or G rank, and then things are going to change.
In a good or bad way?
In a good way.
Okay.
But here's a great example of like people who see it being too easy versus being too hard. So this is Akko's first proper monster game. This is also one of our friends Malice's first proper Monster Hunter game. And he got his ass kicked earlier today by a Nursilla.
I played the game with a desync audio and lived with it. Oh, that sucks.
The wounds aren't the same thing as cutting a tail, right? No, they're not. Then people will whine that it's too hard. You can't please everyone, so don't even try pleasing everyone. That's the thing. I don't want Capcom to please everyone. I truly feel like Monster Hunter is... What's the right way to say it?
Why can't I take this?
It is definitely the kind of game that will either bring people in or scare people away. People got used to the Altreon and Fatalis level difficulty from Iceborne. Yes. And I noticed that if you notice on Twitter, like hours before, like I even noticed, like Jazz, as an example, I did a stream like hours before Wilds came out to go clear Fatalis in Iceborne. And Fatalis is one of the harder monsters, and probably one of the hardest monsters in Rise or in Iceborne, period.
Why can't I?
So people were going into Wilds having just kind of went and slayed out against Fatalis. Of course the game's going to be easy if you compare it against Fatalis. Like, that's natural. It is smart to raise the difficulty later, yes. And, like, we still have the free updates coming. Like, we have one in April coming with Michitsune. And I see someone saying, I hope they bring back Branch Dios, my favorite monster. Where was it? I don't know, I hate the base camps. I miss having a central hub. I feel that. I do. But Capcom has also said that in the next update, we are getting a gathering hub and a kitchen.
Where are we going?
So it's very possible that next update, we will get a proper hub.
Okay, let's mount him again.
Also, I want to RX because it will allow me to ignore upgrades for years to come. Don't like it, get good. If you think it's hard, try playing a real Monster Hunter game. Yeah. Like, I'm so glad people are getting into Monster Hunter with Wilds. I am. And I hope people will go back and play World and Rise after they finished with Wilds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's
like,
exhausted.
After I know with Wilds, I will go out. I'm going to go back and try to finish Iceborne. After knowing that, I want to go back and try it and truly, like, finish Rise. Because I want to finish Rise as a post-game. I want to go finish Sunbreak. I have not done these things. The most I finished in Rise was the low-rank campaign.
Why?
Because that's all I just managed to accomplish before something else came out.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. One thing I hate is you don't track the monster anymore. I loved that from World.
That was hit or miss for some people. I know some people who liked that, and I know some people who hated that. I think that for some monsters that worked out really well, and for some other monsters that was really annoying. I didn't mind it.
Where's he going?
But I do like what we have now.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we have now is a good mixture between World and Rise. Because Capcom, when they were talking about this game, literally said that Wilds was going to take some of the best stuff that people liked from World and Rise and combine them. And I really think they did it very well.
Oh, he's limping.
Rise's DLC was fun. Yeah, I haven't gotten to play Sunbreak yet. I have it, but I've not gotten to play it yet. So definitely one of those things I want to tackle this year.
You barely need to track the monsters in the old games?
Yeah, you barely do. Back then, it was just find them and, murk them.
Well, isn't it how that's like in Rise as well?
Yeah. World had a thing where you had to, find the like tracks and find like different like bits and pieces of the monster and use that to track it down, and then you could kill it.
Magma.
Which again, like, is cool, but I know some people didn't like that. Go ahead. You're gonna read a don't know.
Yes, Magma, thank you for the 10. IMO Wild is easier due to a lot of new monsters having a very long in comparison to earlier gens recovery to their attacks. With the additions of with wounds, the game feels overall easier.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna say that's a problem, especially in low rank.
Oh, he's been slain.
I think because everyone was saying it was easier that people jumpstart into this new monster hunter. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a point you just knew where the monsters spawn in each area and they go to. Yep. All the games are easier, have been since World. This is the game handholds you. Monster Hunter World's Iceborne needed Clutch Claw too much in the later fights, in my opinion, but otherwise they were good fights. I did become reliant on Clutch Claw. I can definitely agree with Clutch Claw, and I really hope they do not bring the Clutch Claw back in the DLC for for Wilds. That's to say it's gonna have a DLC. They might not. I'm gonna go on the safe side and assume they're going to have that DLC next year.
For this game?
Yes.
We'll see.
Well, because World did it with Iceborne, and it was basically like slapping on a whole other game because they had a whole bunch of new monsters, a new locale, new armor, new weapons, new mechanics, like a new story. It kind of felt like a new game on top of it. And Rise did the same thing with Sunbreak. And they charged like $40 for them. So that's just $40 on top of this already fantastic game that will cause people to buy it and just get more playtime out of it, and Capcom gets more money in their pockets. Like, I don't see a problem here.
Yeah. Imagine if they charged like $50 for the DLC in this game.
That's what I was thinking they might do, because it was a $70 release.
I feel disgusting having said that, I'll be honest with you.
That is definitely something I have considered them doing.
I hope they
charging.
don't. That would really suck to have them do.
I hope they don't either, but I'm not going to say it's impossible. They tend not to continue every gimmick from the previous gen. Third gen had fighting underwater. No other game has brought it back. Clutch Claw got turned into a hook slinger for grabbing items quick. Yes, and that is something I love about Wilds, is that they did that.
They did what?
Where you can grab items while you're mounted.
Oh yeah, that's definitely fantastic.
Like
it's a quality of life thing.
Claw,
That's really good.
Like with your hook, you can just grab them while you're riding. It's so nice.
Makes you feel like a badass.
Mind you, Iceborne and Sunbreak were also the same size as a full game. Exactly. So the hand holding in Wilds angers me. Stop ripping control away from me. Stop telling me when a monster is poisoned, paralyzed, exhausted, knocked out, trapped, knocked down, etc. Treat me like a player. I'm not a Kotaku journalist.
Well, Chad, unfortunately, some people need to be treated like one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we do, but some people do.
People bitch about fighting underwater.
Wait, you can fight underwater?
In Generations 3, you could.
That's crazy.
I'm a talking cat. Welcome, cat. Did you turn off the tutorials? Like, my cat, as an example, like my Palico, I was farming a monster today in high rank because I wanted like its gear. And my cat was telling me it's been afflicted by a status ailment.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't say which one, it just said it was afflicted by a status ailment.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that.
Oh, that's funny.
Not gonna lie, I love the Spider-Man swinging around the map. Yeah, I do kind of miss the bugs from Rise. That was cool. But I also am mildly glad it's not here anymore.
Now that's beautiful. The Hirabari armor is nice.
The Hirabami? Yeah.
Yeah. Who even that headpiece?
Are there cat chefs in this game? Alas, no.
Yeah, they got rid of them. I'm really sad about that.
Now they did say that they are going to be adding a kitchen into the next update, or into the first title update of the game, which is going to come out next month in April.
Mm-hmm.
So very likely we will get those back. They might be added with the kitchen. That's what I'm thinking they're going to do. I missed the Grandma Cat. Grandma Cat is great.
Grandma Cat?
In Iceborne, so the chef.
Oh, okay,
for
okay.
the new region, the new like hub area in Iceborne, has a Grandma Cat.
I see.
And she's the cook, and she's great.
I see. Baracho got it. Thank you for the 5. I tried getting into Monsterhood and could not. Didn't like the gameplay loops. That's so fair. Some people don't like the gameplay loop, and that's fine. Let me tell you though, I bought this game just for this woman.
For Gemma?
Yeah, Gemma's fantastic. Do you want to help me fight another hero, Bammy?
I can, yeah.
Would appreciate.
So, Jen, I don't know. What is the overall like consensus of Monster Hunter from chat?
Little Miss Forge, yes, she's fantastic. Let's see. I need parts for the pants and the headdress. Although I'm debating if I want to go for the headdress or the male headdress. The male headdress looks nicer.
I think it's funny. Dauntless shuts down right before WoW drops. Yeah, Dauntless is shutting down.
What is Dauntless? I don't think I ever watched people play
Dauntless is a indie Monster Hunter.
Ah, okay.
But the devs got uber greedy, like very monetized heavy. And now the game is, and then a lot of the old devs were fired, and then new devs took over, and now it's just a pile of horse shit, and then it's getting shut down.
That's sad.
It wasn't great when it came out. It just wasn't like bad either.
Mm-hmm. Gemma is a little girl blacksmith apprentice in Monster Hunter 4. Really?
So, there's no confirmation of this. I'm gonna wait for a sale though, because I'm poor. I don't even like. God, I'm stumbling on my words. I don't blame people for waiting for a sale. It is a $70 game.
Yeah, it is a very expensive game. I expect a lot of people to only buy this game once their tax refund comes in.
Yeah. Like, I bought it around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
I pre-ordered it alongside Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because I knew I was going to play both of them anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind pre-ordering them.
Oh my gosh, she has a little doll on her hip. That's cute.
Here, let me invite you to my Link party.
Can I be honest? The best part about Gemma is the fact that she's just wearing a short crop top, and you can see her belly button just out there in the open.
Yeah.
Why can't I join your Link party?
I don't get tax refunds. I couldn't afford the pre-order. Shame. Dauntless was free to play Monster Hunter by ex-Capcom and Riot devs, yes, League of Legends. Devs that got bought out by a crypto blockchain company that killed the game by microtransactioning it. Yep.
Did I know that the hunters are descendants of ancient super soldiers created in a war with the Elder Dragons? I don't know the lore of this game. This is my first time playing it. By the way, I have the quest set up.
Are you in my Link party? I don't see you in my Link party.
Oh,
you are. Okay.
Pretty sure I am. Oh, fun fact, chat.
No sessions found.
Really?
Okay,
let me repost the quest then. Unless I'm not in your Link party?
No, you are. I see you are.
I guess I have to remake.
Link party.
I have to remake the thing then. Let me see. Where is... Over here. My game of the year is Mecha Break, but Mecha Break isn't even out yet.
Yeah, Mecha Break's not out yet. I want to play Mecha Break, but because it came out around the same time as this, and I'm not going to have much time to play it either because in a few days, mid-March, I'm going to say mid-March, is when...
Alright, it's posted.
Final Fantasy 14 patch 7.2 is coming out. And that's going to come with a whole bunch of other content that I really want to play on top of it.
Oh, that's right. There is a new update, isn't there?
There is, in just a few days.
I still gotta finish the the story.
Yep. Are you playing this through the Piss Nickel or PC? This is PC.
The Piss Nickel?
PlayStation.
Okay.
So I'm playing it through PC.
I see. All right, I'm gonna eat something and then we're gonna start.
Okay.
So, one thing I wanted to talk about you with when it came to Monster Hunter. Did you know apparently one of the voice actors in this game is non-binary?
I heard about that. I did not know they were, though.
Do you want to know why you didn't know?
Because it's not, they don't make it known. They don't care.
They don't care. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter.
They don't care.
Because it doesn't
they
matter.
They haven't made it public when it comes to this game.
Yeah, and that's what I find is funny. Chat, so the femboy in this game, the uber twink guy, that is like the professor, he is a non-binary person. And here, I'm actually going to see if I can bring up the post. Because the post really made me chuckle just a little bit. Okay. So. One day it will load. There it goes. Don't bring up my DMs. Thank you.
I'm gonna go fight the Hirabami while you do that.
So this account
decided being the nickname for PS5. Yeah.
This account named Obi Kiwami decided to say, quote, "So glad to see many posts from right-wing grifters like Grums promoting Monster Hunter Wilds, a game that prominently features a character voiced by a non-binary voice actor, Casey Mongillo." And everybody's replies to this individual, who now almost has 1 million impressions, everybody's replies, besides just saying pronouns in the bio, everybody's replies are, "You're the one making it a big deal," which is in my personal opinion very accurate. Like nobody cares. Like nobody has ever cared about this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I will say the one time that I kind of cared about it is in Destiny 2. If you guys remember, in Destiny 2, the VA for
Nimbus.
Thank you. I was gonna say I don't remember the name of that fucking creature. Nimbus's VA was non-binary, and they made sure to say it out and proud all over the place, to the point where it's just like, bro, I don't give a shit that the VA is a non-binary, and I think it's a good thing that, like, you know, people don't make a lot of attention for it. Because it doesn't matter. And two, the reason why, like, it doesn't matter and I don't really care is typically sometimes VAs are weird. Now, granted, I say that I'm kind of weird. But the last time we found out about a VA and that were non-binary, again, going back to Destiny, we found out that they were a fart fetishist. And that really transformed my ability to play Destiny, especially listening to Nimbus. So whenever I listen to Nimbus now, or even see Nimbus, I can't help but think, that thing likes farts. And that fits for Nimbus's character, in my personal opinion. So, yeah, apparently...
another one, I think in the same vein that we could discuss in that same regard, is Wooklamont in Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, I forgot about Wooklamont. Although, unfortunately, Wooklamont VA decided to be stupid, too.
See, she never actually was, like, making a big deal out of that, but then decided to come out and say, like, oh, people who didn't like a song sung by a Japanese person were racist because it sounded like it was sung by a black gospel group.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
so
I hate
instead of being
people.
like that, she basically called the entire community racist for not liking Smile.
I hear Nimbus and think Rick and Morty. Don't listen to Nimbus. Nimbus is disgusting and horrible, and nobody should like them because they suck ass. Did you hear that the Red War no longer... Yes, we should talk about that too, very briefly. Okay, so chat, I want you to raise your hand in chat if you've played Destiny at any point in your life. Not Destiny the streamer, nobody cares about him anymore. He's fake and gay and dead. But did you know that there is a game that also shares the name of Stephen Bonnell II named Destiny, produced by the game makers of Halo? And for the longest time, they have taken out DLC from the game. And the reason why they took it out is because, according to them, the game was getting too big and they needed to make space for the new expansions. Well, it came out. Now, it's funny, as this came out during the Bungie lawsuit. They were suing somebody. I can't remember who. Do you remember?
I don't remember who it was.
Okay. So Bungie was in a lawsuit with somebody. And according to this lawsuit, Bungie had to use cutscenes from a fan-made video, basically recording all of their cutscenes, because, and Bungie admits this, they've lost the game when it came to the Red War. Not only have they removed it, they deleted it. I'm sure not intentionally, but they deleted the Red War.
They deleted the Red War campaign. The base D2 vanilla campaign was flat out deleted.
It's gone. You cannot play it anymore. It's just poof. Gone. No way. No, you think I'm shitting you? I will pull up the... Let me see if I can find the post. Let me see if I can find the post. I don't know if we put it in Nightwave or not, but...
I don't think we did.
I know where I did put it.
If not, it is in our personal Discord.
I know it is in our personal Discord.
So the default campaign is not there. No! And here's what's even worse about that. They also sunset every season from the base game. So Curse of Osiris and Warmind are both gone, which makes me assume those are both deleted as well. And the Forsaken expansion was also sunset, along with all of that seasons.
I found an article.
Seasons.
I found an article. Here we go. So we're gonna go through this. This is on the GameSpot. Bungie explains why there's no feasible way to play Destiny 2's Vaulted Red War campaign. So, Bungie has made it clear in new court filings that the original Destiny 2 Red War campaign isn't just gone for players. It apparently no longer exists in a playable form within the studio itself. Somebody must have removed the flash drive that had the Red War on it and decided not to plug it back in, is what I'm thinking. The company says that the game's original story mode, which was removed in 2020, is now completely inaccessible. This came to light as part of an ongoing copyright lawsuit against Bungie by writer Matthew Keesley Martineau, who claims that Bungie copied elements of his unpublished works to create Red War storyline. Martineau alleges that Bungie lifted key ideas, characters, and themes from his work, including a faction called the Red Legion and a plot that involves an exiled warrior trying to take control of a powerful celestial object orbiting Earth. Bungie has denied these claims, calling them baseless and asking the court to dismiss the case. But as part of its defense, Bungie also dropped a detail that Destiny 2 fans may find disappointing. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even that... I don't consider myself a Destiny fan anymore, and I find this disappointing on principle. It says that the Red War campaign no longer exists in any playable form, even within the studio itself, which is why the developer used third-party community... They had to use... I don't know if it was Bife that they had to use, but they had to use a D2 content creator. There was a D2 content creator that they had to use in order to fulfill talking about this in a court filing. It continues on saying, Bungie's motion does not involve a direct comparison between Martineau's work and the infringing Destiny 2 work. Martineau's response reads, instead, Bungie's motion is based on a comparison between Martineau's work and a fan-made derivative works created by third parties, not the actual Destiny 2 game. And, sorry, you go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
Fair enough. In a new filing submitted this week on Tuesday, Bungie responded to Martineau's arguments and made a statement about Destiny 2's content vaulting. Bungie's head of engineering, David Aldridge, stated under oath that the original Red War campaign was removed from the game and that it is now impossible to access in any playable form. So they admitted under oath, that it is inaccessible, probably forever. They would have to remake it. Do you know how fucking frustrating that is to hear? How fucking dumb it is to say, yeah, we deleted it. It's gone. All of you get cucked because nobody gets to play our game anymore.
They can't even play it or internally due to engine updates. They have a corrupt version that would have to be updated for modern engine updates. But yes, it's unplayable in all regards.
Yeah. Thank you for the 5. Why would they keep it around? They had zero intention of putting it back in the game, just like the whole thing with the Sparrow Racing League. No, yeah, they removed it. My guess is that they don't mind the fact that it's gone because why? Who cares? Who cares?
Exactly. No, who cares at this point?
At least, who cares at Bungie? Probably not anybody important. They're all just like, yeah, we're done with it. We're done. So, you know, it's not surprising to hear that they just flagrantly deleted it with no regard that we might find it useful. I'm gonna be honest with you. I played I only got to play it once, but I would have enjoyed to play the Red War again. Red War was really good, and I know a lot of people really liked the Red War. I still can't... Oh, I need a frost sack. We need to go back out and find a frost sack.
So, something you may not know is you can actually go to Alma, and if you go over optional quests, if you tab over, it actually will tell you what that monster will drop.
Okay. Well, I need to find a frost sack. So you could do
left bumper or right bumper, swap tabs in that, and it can tell you where, or like what monster drops it.
Okay.
So for instance, like Hirabami as a great example, because we were farming Hirabami. Hirabami can drop it.
Okay. Can drop the frost sack?
Yes.
And we just didn't get lucky with it.
Correct.
Is it that hard to get?
No. It's just you didn't get lucky.
All right, we'll get it then. They made their money. They don't care. I mean, it's possible. I can agree that they probably just don't give a shit that they deleted it because it doesn't matter to them. But, like, this is why. I mean, like, I stopped playing Destiny. I uninstalled the game. Basically, after I did the raid with Gator, I was like, I'm done. This is shit. There's no reason to do this game anymore. And I'm done.
Like, this situation with the Red War, like, me and my friends, so me, Dom, and Malice, we're all like, we're ready to quit. We're done after Heresy. But this solidified our stance. There is no redemption that Bungie could do that would make us stay.
No.
Because now it is clearly proven they don't care.
No, they don't care whatsoever. And to be honest with you, chat, you're kind of like you're kind of the what is the word? What is the term? You're kind of the fool, or you're the dunce for thinking that they can do better. Them admitting it is only half as irredeemable daft as deleting all of D2's base content. There's a place in hell reserved for Bungie. It's a battery acid jacuzzi. Oh, that's mean. I put up a new quest for the thing.
I've already accepted. I'm just waiting on you.
Oh, perfect.
Can you even pirate Destiny 1 or 2? Is it just going to become abandonware? It is going to become abandonware, but Destiny 1 is still active on PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, funny enough, chat, that's still there.
All of it's still there.
Mercenary, thank you for the 5. I was pissed by Destiny 1. I'm so glad I didn't get anything beyond the PS4 disc. Not joking, I didn't get any of the DLC. It was just too short for me.
Oh, my game just crashed.
Oh, it did?
Yep.
Oh, you're funny. I'll wait for you to come back in then.
I would have more input, but I'm busy playing Destiny right now. I'm not gonna get mad at anyone for playing Destiny either. You want to play?
No, you can play Destiny. Go right ahead. I just think the game is horrible. Like, I no longer...
Well, hold on. I'm gonna fight that comment. The game itself is very good.
Well, yeah, the gunplay is fine. The story is okay, but, like, for the most part, I think the game sucks now.
Bungie, that's the problem.
Oh, yeah. The game sucks now. I'm sorry to say. They have kind of just ruined it. I really don't know what else to say. The game kind of got ruined.
Yeah.
Oh, this
I was super into the first Destiny game. The second one was A Pale Shadow of the Height of D1. A lot of D2 is really good. It's just, when it's bad, oh my god, it is incredibly apparent that it is bad.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this sucks. Like, no, when it's bad, it is bad.
The lore used to be good. I think the lore is still okay. It's just they don't do anything useful with it.
Nope, they don't.
Are these talismans worth anything?
Talismans, what?
Yeah, they're talismans that you can equip.
Oh, I would say they're... Oh! We have a raid! Whoa! A Razorwind, thank you for the raid!
Oh, are you getting raided?
I got raided! Chat, what were you all doing tonight?
You got raids?
I got raided!
Congrats.
I don't have any commands to shout you out, but... Chat, you should go follow Razorwind. Razor does fantastic stuff.
Bungie's one of the reasons Factions 2 and Spider-Man MMO, as well as other multiplayer games, were cancelled. Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me whatsoever.
You heard it many times, so I'm paying it forward. Fair enough. What were you all doing tonight? Oh, the game just crashed again.
Is your game just... Are you telling me you can't play this game while streaming?
I might not be able to play it while I'm streaming. I think the update caused something. There was an update last night in the middle of the night that some people were saying is causing the game to have even more problems.
That's lovely.
So, and admittedly, I did update my GPU drivers last night as well. So maybe that's partially the problem.
It's okay, I can fight this thing on my own.
It works fine for me off stream, but I think it's just a combination of the game is kind of struggling because of OBS and VTube Studio. I might be able to get it to work properly if I just turn off VTube Studio.
That's possible.
But I'm not going to do that.
Ow.
So.
Blame the DRM.
Yeah, the DRM is also not helping.
That was another thing we wanted to talk about with Monster Hunter, is they have 2 DRMs on them.
Yeah, so Monster Hunter Wilds has 2 DRMs. It has Denuvo,
which is has problems on its own.
Capcom's own internal DRM, which was made because people were modding Street Fighter 6.
Now, here's a question. By modding, like, are they doing mods that, like, heavily affect the game for other people, or is it just personal?
Let's put it this way. There was a fighting tournament, like, kind of like, I forget the actual name of, like, the big stage convention, like, tournament, fighting tournaments.
Yeah. Where
someone was playing as Chun-Li with a mod on, and she was naked.
Well, did it affect the, did everybody see the naked mod?
Yes.
How the hell does that work?
Well, no, because they were broadcasting the person who had the mod on.
Oh, I see. I see. I mean, that's just a case of that person ruined it for everybody then.
But, Japan does have minor problems with mods as well. Like, you'll listen to, like, Square, as an example. Like, please don't mod our game. Like, they don't like people modding their games because it's changing their work.
Uh-huh. They find it disrespectful.
Exactly.
It was even streamed. Yeah, that's what makes it funnier, is that they decided to stream it. I again have to wonder why this guy decided not to check and make sure his mods weren't off.
I think he actually came out afterwards and said he completely forgot he had to turn it on.
Yeah, that's a stupid mistake. Like, if you're gonna do, it's like when, it's like a very and this is a silly comparison, but it's like when somebody breaks the law, they forget to do the most minute things, like follow the speed limit, and that's how people get caught. Like, more often than not, chat. I don't know how many people know this. But more often than not, people will get caught for their stupid crimes because they are committing smaller offenses. And the cops catch them on the smaller offenses, and then they find the bigger shit. A lot of people get caught for drug trafficking because they end up speeding on the highway. And the cop is like, huh, why is he speeding on the highway? And then the cop checks you out, and it's just like, wait a second, why do you have this? And it's just like, same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, no,
you got to remember.
It's exactly the same thing. Here's what's funny about that. Mods already exist for Wilds. Have you seen them?
Yeah, some of them are fantastic.
They're fantastic.
In small little.
They've brought back the boobies.
Oh yeah, they made they made some of the women massive big boobies.
Oh yeah, it's good. So, but that's the thing is like, I don't have a problem with mods. I know Capcom does. That's the problem.
Yeah, Capcom is sadly getting worse.
I want to point out a trend that no one has talked about. So maybe this will catch some steam. Chat. Remember how I said earlier that yes, hello, that's looking at that. Remember how I said earlier that World and Rise were fixed? Like,
yeah, they removed their DRMs.
Capcom fixed them. World and Rise no longer have Denuvo.
When did they do that? Did they do both of them at the same time?
Yes.
When did they do it?
A couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
So neither of them have Denuvo. They're both running on Capcom's internal one. And now the performance is a lot better.
Understandably so.
So I have a feeling that Capcom is going to eventually have to make that executive decision to just remove Denuvo off of Wilds. Doing that will probably fix a lot of performance issues.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
To be fair, as far as I've heard, the anti-cheat is terrible. Well, yeah, Denuvo is this is what bothers me the most, is Denuvo has been proven to be a pile of horse shit. Obviously, Denuvo is going to say, oh, it's not, Denuvo is not breaking anything, because corporate speak. But there are so many reports and proven information that Denuvo has caused so many performance issues in so many games.
And yet people don't care. Well, the game companies don't care.
Well, it could also be that they have a contract with Denuvo.
Yeah. I remember when I was in a company where they had a shitty product that they had to use for taking pictures of stuff to make sure this stuff was being cataloged correctly.
Exactly.
And the owner didn't even like it, but he was forced to use it. Mercenary, thank you for the 5. Denuvo was bad enough, but 2 DRMs? Yeah, forget it. I'm not getting Wilds. I lost 2 hard drives thanks to Denuvo. Both were my $200. What?
So if it's a $200 plus NVMe SSD, it's gonna be like a 2 terabyte or 4 terabyte. I'm gonna say 2 terabyte probably.
Wait, how do you lose a? How do you lose?
I don't know how Denuvo would have caused that, but I could believe it.
That's kind of crazy.
Okay. Yeah. The mental retardation game companies have, if they feel the urge to use Denuvo out of all the other possibly better DRMs, Capcom even has their own internal one. That's what confuses me. Like, they made this big deal about how all their new games would be using their own internal anti-cheat. So they stack it on top of Denuvo for Wilds? Why? And it's not doing anything.
Is Denuvo the one that's like kernel level?
Yes.
Yeah. Very quickly.
Did you know that Capcom put a typo in their config.ini file? Yes. And fixing that doesn't change anything.
Yeah, so they misspelled resolution chat in their game config for the computer. But apparently, like, even though that's the case, it still is like, not only does it not fix anything, I've heard some people say that if you try and do that, it makes it worse because the game was actually like filtered around that misspelling of the word. Which is hilarious. Thank you, Mercenary, for the 2.
It make my game run better? Oh, that's great. I mean, if it made your game run better, but I've seen other reports saying it just doesn't do anything.
Constant read and write on the drive burns it out. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that can do it, yeah. Denuvo only keeps the game from cracking for 24 hours. After that, it only keeps killing your PC with stupid encryption corruption. Well, yeah, exactly. So, there's no reason for them to keep using it. So, I'm wondering if they're just... Oh, excuse me, sorry. I wonder if they're just going to end up removing it. Because having Denuvo is actually causing people to not want to play the game, either because they have a problem with Denuvo. I have a problem with Denuvo, but I've just accepted it because of every game today practically uses it.
I think enough people are playing this game that they're not going to care.
They'll care at some point, even if it's a few months down the line.
You think so?
Yeah. The fact that the HD texture pack and max settings the game launches needing 18 gigabytes of VRAM is so batshit insane. They literally said ahead of the beta that they had no clue how PC would run. Yeah, no, they did say that.
Is anti-cheat not anti-modding? I mean, fair.
But these companies actively use anti-cheats because the anti-cheat stops them from messing with files, which in turn should stop them from modding. Now, modders are insane and know how to get around that, which is why it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. A dedicated modding community will do what they want, however they want, when they please.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, yeah. Crack games are the future if game companies keep this up. No, yeah. Like, I expect Wilds to run better eventually. We just need to wait for Capcom to realize what the problem is. I think what bothers me more about the double DRM is last month. Was it last month or in January? When Valve made an update that said they had to disclose which the game was using a kernel level anti-cheat.
Which game?
No, Valve made it a rule on Steam that if your game has a kernel level anti-cheat, you need to disclose it.
Oh.
Guess was not disclosed on WoW's page.
I see. So WoW is technically not in compliance.
They're only showing Denuvo. They're not showing Capcom's internal one.
I see. That, do you think that could be an issue for them?
Yes.
Interesting. Saying it's a joke, it's just anti-modding software? Yeah.
It's very possible that Valve may actually come out and be like, no, hey, either list it or remove one of them. Because you're not telling people that they're both there. Like, I want to go see other Capcom games, so maybe it'll tell us, like, yeah, let's do Dragon's Dogma 2 is a great example of this. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 is also running Denuvo. It doesn't actually tell you it's running the Enigma project, or whatever they call it, the internal one. But we know it is. It's actually been proven that this one is running it. So that's another game that Capcom is actively lying about that has both DRMs. And Dragon's Dogma 2 has also been proven to have performance issues.
Oh, and it also... Oh, wow, that's funny.
So that's two Capcom games in less than a year that have the same problem. I may have to sail the seas to play this game I already bought. Yeah, Denuvo won't even let me boot up the game because it's slow. Yeah, exactly. Denuvo is causing so many problems. And I genuinely believe that Capcom has a contract. And that's why they're still using Denuvo.
You think so?
Now, I do. Which is probably why they're stacking it. So maybe I'm gonna knock on wood with this one. If I had wood. I have wood under my computer. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And my model for us. Hold on, chat.
Nice. You look very nice.
Maybe, hopefully, come, sometime later that Capcom will remove them when their contract is up with Denuvo.
Yeah.
But until then, we have them.
Search for Werner in Azuz. All right.
The naked mod would be on the host machine, so not even any of the participants if they were playing online. Well, yeah, which means Capcom was streaming the actual host machine. Which is the dumb part. They shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah. I think we can agree hands down that when you coom too much, it leads to shit like that.
Yeah, it's not. They did remove Denuvo from RE Village. Yeah, they removed Denuvo from RE Village. They removed it from Monster Hunter World. It does Resident Evil 4 still have it? Not the original, but like Evil 4, the remake. Nope, the remake still has it. Okay. Let's see. What about? Is there any other Capcom games that are released more recently? Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Yeah, has Denuvo.
You can't stop me. I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying I'm going to stop you. I'm just saying don't coom while you're supposed to be on camera.
Exactly. Marvel's Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. Okay, so here's one of the classic games, which apparently was censored because, yeah, but it doesn't list Denuvo. It lists the Enigma Protector, which is their own internal one.
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter Stories, which is, yeah, uses the Enigma Protector.
Thank you for reaching the goal, chat. Oh shit, hold on.
So Primal does.
Mercenary, thank you for the 5. I won't touch games with Denuvo in it. I may buy it only so I have a legal copy and download a pirate copy so it's my backup. I mean,
yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Oh, no, yeah, I agree. Also, I need to remake the goal.
I've heard the Dead Rising remaster runs absolutely terribly as well, fittingly. Well, yeah, like, again, Denuvo is just the problem. Remove Denuvo from the equation. Guess what's going to be fixed?
All right, chat. So, if you meet this goal, we'll have we're going to make a community yippee now. All right? You need to join my Discord. So, and if you join my Discord, you'll get to help me come up with the community yippee. Basically, you get to decide.
We need the Occo yippee in Rathalos armor.
No. The community yippee is just going to be a yippee to use to represent the community. Yeah, the community yippee is going to be created by the community.
Downloading a pirated copy will just be as illegal as whether you own the game or not. It's... Yeah, but... There comes a point when that is the way to actually be able to play the game properly. Because you can then remove Denuvo or remove anti-cheats just to make it run better. And that's what people want. They don't care. Like, people want the ability to mod. But if it came down between the ability to mod or the ability to actually play the damn game, they wouldn't be able to play the damn game.
Clown yippee?
And if the anti-cheat is causing problems to play the damn game, they can't play the damn game. So, again, the game, they just need to remove Denuvo. And Wilds and Dragon Dogma 2 would both run so much better. So, again, I could rant about how horrible Denuvo is for hours. But I think I've done that already.
You have done a decent job at it. There we go. Chat, join the Discord if you haven't already. And help come up with ideas for the community yippee, and I'll commission the artist for it.
All the anti-modders have this Marxist behavior.
Not all of them, but a good chunk of them do. At least all the American ones do.
Like, I'm not anti-modding. I don't mod because I have problems with modding on a personal level because of security reasons. But I don't hate modding. But Minecraft mods especially have really, like, made me kind of iffy on modding.
Why? Because so many of them have bugs on them?
Well, back, like, before Microsoft bought Minecraft, and even, like, quite a bit after that, a lot of mods were, like, loaded with viruses.
Oh, yeah.
Malware, and I just don't trust mods after that. Because that itself is like people make mods and then load it with shit that could infect your computer.
Uh-huh.
That is bad. You don't do that. But they did it.
And because kids.
That's it. That's the big one right there, kids.
Easy way to get into the... Oh boy, I'm fighting 2 of these guys.
The game industry has been a great detriment to gaming. Gamers most affected, but no one cares. I'm the obvious answer. One would be if they were broke. Like, they're so pissed that someone uses their own computer that's not under their control to modify the games. Yeah, but because it's Japan, Japan wants to be able to control if you can or cannot mod a game, because Japan has problems with modding, because that would be altering what they have done, and Japan does not like you altering what they have done.
No, they don't. Which is dumb, but, you know, you take the good with the bad when it comes to stuff that you get out of Japan.
Yep. That's why Final Fantasy XIV is a great example of this. They don't like modding, but they're running off of player trust, not to mod. Like, they know about the not safe for work mods for 14. They know about, like, all, like, that kind of stuff. But because it doesn't, like, affect, like, the overall gameplay of the game, unlike stat checking or camera mods or, like, stuff like that, they don't go after it. They have threatened anti-cheat, like adding an anti-cheat to 14, if they don't stop using the mods that affect the overall gameplay.
Where the fuck do I get deodorant?
You can craft it. If not, your bird might have it. So, just Japan in general has problems with the modding scene, because modding changes what they made.
Of course. But, like, there's not much we can do about that, sadly.
Exactly. I highly appreciate games that are against gameplay mods in a multiplayer setting. Getting into WoW is a nightmare because of add-ons. Oh yeah, no. I would never recommend someone play WoW because of mods. Visual mods, I of course have no issue with, though. Exactly. Like,
oh yeah, visual mods are just fine with me.
I have seen some people in the not safe for work community for 14 accidentally start their MSQ for Final Fantasy 14 with a choker on it that says slut.
Was that dumb?
No, it wasn't dumb. It was people in the not safe for work community, like through Twitter. And they're like, oh shit, I forgot to turn that off. But because they can make content out of it because it's funny, they do it.
And then they lose their account.
No, they didn't. They're fine. But the point stands is, like, that's funny. But because it doesn't affect the gameplay, that it just affects the visual bits of your character. But and that's the thing too, is like a lot of these visual mods have actually gone people to ask Square, hey, can you make the models look better? Like, you know, the graphical update
was that a response to mods?
Yes.
That's hilarious. Modders
like,
win.
A lot of like quality of life stuff to Final Fantasy 14 is because of mods.
That's
like, is the
funny.
game perfect? No.
I believe it, though.
Yeah. Like the graphical update we had in Dawn Trail, that's because of mods.
Yeah.
Dom has forgotten to turn them off, though, and it did affect him in part of the Endwalker patches. It was hilarious. I remember that. That was funny.
Wait, who said that?
Malice.
That is hilarious, yeah.
No, it's hilarious. So, like, I don't have a problem with visual mods. I have a problem with gameplay mods.
I mean, typically you don't see gameplay breaking mods that are in Final Fantasy XIV.
No, the only time you truly see them are in Ultimate Raids. Like when the Omega Raid was happening, as a great example.
Oh, I remember that. Like, they were coming in and using mods to get rid of their FOV so that they could...
Yep, the FOV or the stat trackers. And Yoshibe had to come out and be like, you gotta stop this, or else I'm gonna... like, he's threatening the players.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it if you don't stop.
He actively keeps telling the players, I don't want to add an anti-cheat.
Yeah.
I will if you push me, but I don't want to.
Yeah. I'm a game dev. Denuvo isn't going away. Investors and publishers require it as a form of insurance. They get mad when games get cracked on release. Well, they just kind of have to deal with it, in my personal opinion. Like, people are going to be crazy and stupid, and they're going to do shit like that. And it's just like, that's what happens when you got smart people around.
Yeah.
And all
Exactly.
Denuvo does is piss people off. It's going to, like, I don't believe that it's, like, going to stay, like, a prominent thing forever. I think, unfortunately, people are just gonna get tired of it eventually.
Mm-hmm. They will. Like, will Denuvo go away? Eventually, yes. When? Who the hell knows? Could be 20 years from now. It's going to go away eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But we just have to get there first.
I think my monkey is upset at me.
Sales, boss. Can we turn off the Denuvo now? Yeah. That'll be when they do it. I suspect Wilds will lose Denuvo when its expansion comes out.
You think so?
Yeah. Ubisoft got into big trouble with the Division with all the cheaters they won. Fines are usually paid in these cases. Yep. Why do we care about the investors? They need the customers to buy the game in the first place. But investors are how the game is made because investors give them money to make the game. So they gotta please the investors to get more money.
Sir, can you
to make the game. The game industry will explode once console games become easy to mod, non-jailbroken. Yep. One day that will happen. The more computer-like consoles get, that is when that will happen. Wilds is already projected about 50 million. I could see it. Wilds is doing fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not 50 million, but I could easily see 20 million.
I'm stabbing this monkey's butt.
That monkey has some really good armor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm fighting the Ajaracon.
So, we'll see what happens with Wilds. Will it have Denuvo removed? Eventually, yes. If Capcom's track record with at least Monster Hunter is proven, one day it will be removed. When that is, we don't know.
That was a mistake. Mercenary, they were the two.
Denuvo is a scam. Sorry, Mercenary with the 2 on Akko's. Denuvo is a scam and someone will sue and win someday?
Maybe.
We can hope.
We can hope and pray.
That's how people will stop using Denuvo, is that they're sued.
But for what reason would they sue?
For lying. For repeated lying. Like, there is so much evidence that it actively affects the performance of your games and your computers.
Uh-huh.
But here's Denuvo and its CEO saying, oh, nothing is wrong with Denuvo, you're all insane. Like, with all that evidence, and the CEO is still lying through his teeth. Like, it's not the gamer's responsibility to care what investors want. This is why they do it despite it being awful. Also, the lead Denuvo dev is a pedophile and they don't want to fire him.
Wait, what? I've never heard this before.
I think I heard rumors about this.
This... Interesting.
Chat, here's a topic discussion for potentially next week. If anyone can find proof of this, we could turn this into a whole segment next week.
Just talking about this supposed predator.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
I'm
that's
down
crazy.
to talk about that.
Ayo back. Hello, Lion. Is Mizu and Lumi done already? I highly doubt it.
No, I don't think so.
No. I know Mizu's probably going to be there for a while. He was not happy today.
Firefox.
Let's talk about Firefox. Yeah.
Yeah, Firefox is definitely taking people's data and selling it. Is anyone surprised? No.
No. Firefox is done, in my personal opinion. It's only a matter of time. When you say that you don't care about people's safety and security, people are going to stop using you.
Chat, let me bring this up so you all can see it.
So for those that don't know, the only thing that Firefox, as far as I know, I'm going to animate this the best way possible. Basically, Firefox decided to remove the line that said that they will protect your privacy and safety. Gotta pop out? Alright, you have a good one.
Here it is.
I'm jumping to Libra Wolf. I'm still on Opera. I don't care.
So Libre Wolf, sorry. In that regard, I want to bring this up real quick because I saw this today. Libre Wolf is actually doing something bad.
What is Libra Wolf?
It's another open source alternative to Chrome.
Is it another Chromium kind of guy?
Yes. It was like today, I believe this came out.
Ow.
Denuvo, I'll let you read that because it's a dono.
Mercenary Thing for 5. Denuvo is a security nightmare if it gets on a military PC. Military PC. People on base who talk to me say no personal computer they have allowed to have it on it. Yes, sir. You get smacked in the face.
Here it is. Perfect. Pirate Nation even posted about it.
Pirate Nation?
Yes. Sorry, chat. Let me change this so. There we go. Here.
There's a little
Libre Wolf devs are censoring free speech and rant about Lunduke or far right and banning everyone who mentioning that.
Lumduke. What is that?
I don't know Lunduke.
Smacking this man in the ass.
Sounds like Lunduke might be a dev.
What did they do?
So I'm gonna read this. This is on the Libre Wolf Reddit, or at least what this is coming from.
Mercenary Thing for 2. Denuvo guy is said to be on the flight list for Isle. What? Flight list for Isle. Are you saying like the Epstein logs? I'm confused here.
I would assume the Epstein logs. Okay.
I'm just not going to assume. That's why I'm curious.
Please keep Lunduke stuff out of here. Just a relatively short time ago, the topic in question was already discussed at length in here with you, Elm 2, albeit it was me who brought up Lunduke, if I recall correctly, albeit intentionally, indirectly only. I do not know why it's brought up again. The basic content of Mozilla going woke/evil/whatever has also been discussed here several times over the past few years. It is, in most parts, irrelevant to Libre Wolf specific discussion. So, wrong room, please keep it to off topic. Also, very often extremely misrepresented with more or less obvious an agenda on the part of those writing about it, not necessarily those bringing it up here. I don't want to accuse anyone of that in here until proven otherwise. While I know that a browser like Libre Wolf, as many other alternative solutions to things, browsers, video platforms, social media platforms, etc., often have an overlap with groups that are really, in the end, just very terrible people. This is a thing I cannot avoid and wouldn't even want to work against anyway, because it'd be impossible, not the responsibility of the browser anyway, and it is thus the end. Sorry, rather irrelevant, irrespective of any that would that be canceling /woke/censoring /whatever other bollocks ones might come up with. This does not mean that social and political aspects overlapping with tech, security, and privacy topics issues should be discussed, albeit off topic group again, please. I do not see platforming far right adjacent to openly far right or anti-woke content or talking points as even remotely legit discussion, vaguely pointing towards a Popper's paradox with this to imply these kinds of politics, people, and ways to debate are never in any way intended to actually discuss/debate, but anyways always only to abuse the side being willing to talk, normalize things, and work towards implementing repressive, authoritarian, inhumane, fascist structures. And I do not want to fucking allow this. There are thousands upon thousands of spaces where this is allowed or even encouraged. Even Twitter, with Musk having bought it as a rather large platform, allows, enables, and encourages it. So many tech spaces assume that every opinion needs to be stated, discussed, do. From the extremely privileged point of view, never having experienced discrimination or violence by it, not understand that such a policy leads to large swaths of people saying it or staying away, with the remaining bubble, of course, not having an issue with problematic people and content because they won't suffer from it, thus in the long run supporting the side of things that will dismantle everything. Oh my god, this is so much
So are they just mad that this guy reported on something they didn't like, and that's basically what I'm kind of understanding here.
Yes.
Those devs are not okay.
Duke is right-leaning, anti-woke, so they hate him. Yes. And the person posting about this, OFUP, I think it's is project admin for Libre Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Mercenary, thank you for the 2. I meant Island of Epstiny. Fair enough. Please don't eat me.
YouTube says. So.
Also, Mercenary.
Libre Wolf is essentially now being run by people who are not open to free speech.
Well, it kind of sounds like they've always been, or is this a new thing?
I don't know. But, chat, what I do know, Brave is wonderful.
I'm slowly transitioning over to Brave.
I have been using Brave as my primary browser for several months. Basically since I reloaded my computer as my primary browser, and I use that on top of uBlock. And it has been a fantastic experience. So,
yeah. Also, Mercenary, thank you again for the 2. Kathleen Kennedy's also said to go there. I know nothing about that. However, and I don't know if you mind, I feel like that's a good transition to talk about Kathleen Kennedy.
It is. Chat. So, Kathleen Kennedy, the CEO. No, still is. Still.
Well, yeah. Of course. I was gonna pair that with was gonna be gone from Disney. A lot of people heard rumors that apparently she was gonna be gone from Disney, but then Disney came out and said, no. She's still here. She's still good. She's still with us.
Kathleen Kennedy, last week, basically, we were told that she would be stepping down as CEO of Lucasfilm by the end of 2025, and Star Wars fans cheered and rejoiced and even made memes. You know the ending of Return of the Jedi where they're like the Ewoks and like they're banging on the stormtrooper helmets and they're cheering and we won the war and the Empire's gone. People were posting that scene when it came to this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I could see that one or the ending scene from Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
where Boss Nass just screams peace.
Exactly.
We so saved.
That one was also brought up. And then apparently it came out that was false and people are lying. And even she herself has come out and said that is false and she's not leaving.
She has copies of the evidence of the island? Oh, I don't know. I've not heard of that. I'm not going to talk about stuff that I don't know. But that's crazy. Thank you for the 2, though.
So not fired, demoted, progress. We don't even know that.
No.
As far as what we are told, she is still going to be in this position. See, this is when people were saying, "Oh my God, it's a win. Kathleen Kennedy's gone," and I actually made a post about it, saying this isn't a win. Until she is gone, it's not a win.
Nice.
And I say that because last year she said again she would only step down once she made a good movie.
Objectively, she's made no good movies. All of it has been
Objectively,
shit.
she's made no good Star Wars movies, period. So again, it's not a win until she's gone, and by the sounds of it, she's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah. Excuse me. She'll be there till she dies? Yes.
So, again, do I want her gone? Absolutely. I think getting her out could actually heal Star Wars. Not repair it. Never will it be back to where it was. But I think it could at least repair some of the damage. But I don't think it's wise to say that to your hate mobs. I'm being totally honest. Like, until she's gone, it's not a win. Period. It'd be like saying we won against Darth Vader. The Empire's gone, and then Palpatine's still alive. It's like, no. In this case, she's both. Sorry, the point stands, though, is that until she's gone, until she is no longer at Disney, period.
Right.
It's not a win.
New replacement, Ryan Johnson.
God, no. So. I don't know. Like.
Oh.
Like, even Nerdrotic here. Like, it's a great example.
Uh-huh.
Nerdrotic made a reply saying Kathleen Kennedy speaks on her Lucasfilm plans. She is not soon retiring, and the films that will keep her in Star Wars orbit for years to come.
Yeah.
As I figured would be the case.
Filoni will most likely replace her, and I fear that. Listen, chat, there's nobody good to replace these people. They all just need to go away. Also, thank you for another 5.
Star Wars needs to be put down to rest.
Yes.
Period.
Thank you for another...
So, here's what's interesting. I was watching... I don't know if anyone in chat knows about Star Wars Theory. Does fantastic work. But on his podcast a couple of nights ago, one of his co-hosts, Stupendous Wave, made a comment saying she has yet to make a good movie for Star Wars, and we haven't had a new Star Wars film in the last 6 years. The thing that they bought Star Wars for was movies, and none of them are good.
No. Not whatsoever.
And they haven't made a new movie in several years. What is she still doing there if she is actively failing to deliver what Disney bought Star Wars for? Or bought Lucasfilm for?
Yeah. Disney needs to be put to rest? Yes. Also, Mercedes, thank you for the 5. She is said to say, if she doesn't get her way, she will burn all of the silliness to the ground, and that means Disney as well. She is the Joker here. You know what? That's fine with me. She can burn the entire thing to the ground, and I would be okay with it.
Yeah. So.
Totally okay with that, honestly.
Oh. It's wild.
Indeed. Indeed, it is very, very, very wild. Oh, speaking of things that are wild, I'm really good with this. Did you hear that Assassin's Creed Shadow's been leaked?
Yeah, so it was leaked a month prior, so I think on like February 20th is when it was leaked.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had only one good season of Clone Wars, one okay season of Mandalorian. Andor was great, and that's pretty much all that's notable. I like Rogue One. I did not like Rogue One. I did like season 7 of Clone Wars. I liked the Bad Batch. I liked seasons 1 and 2 of Mando. Season 3 was a pile of horse shit. And I have not watched Andor. But yeah, no, Assassin's Creed Shadow was leaked. And it gets even better. So Grum's made a post on February 27th saying, loot the graves of the Japanese imperial family, steal their armor, and unlock an achievement. The achievement list for Assassin's Creed Shadow gives you the Kofun Raider achievement for raiding and looting tombs of the relatives of the still living Japanese imperial family. Kofun are Japanese tombs of the imperial family and other nobility or elites of feudal Japan. They are considered sacred and contain the ancestors of the still living emperor and imperial family of Japan. Of course, Japan is very upset about this and are calling on the Ministry of Cultural Affairs to take action. Frankly, between this and the shrine desecration, it has gotten ridiculous. The virtue signaling that Ubisoft put out about this game and the care they took to research Japan with bogus historians were all BS. Imagine Ubisoft daring to release a game that gives achievements for raiding the ancient burial grounds of the Nahavo or Cherokee with their current woke status, or their current woke state. This is the type of topic that normally gives wokies conniption fits. It was never about respecting Japan. It was about cheap virtue signaling and hypocrisy. There is a pecking order of respecting cultures that makes no sense in the woke ideology, and Ubisoft put Japan at the bottom of the list.
Banned them from Japan? I agree. Also, Mercenary, thank you again for another 2. And burn us in the house of the mouse without an exit. Yes.
Marvel was Paramount. That's the only thing that was good. From a Bad Batch, that was okay. Skeleton Crew was pretty good. Yasuke Simulator still looks better.
Are you gonna buy Yasuke Simulator?
Probably not.
No, you don't think like it'll be a funny game to play for like a couple minutes?
I mean, it could.
You can be a samurai that has a machine gun.
How much, if it's like $5, I will consider it.
In a Bugatti. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Even the shows were failures. Sure, some might have had okay ratings, but none managed to garner the interest that the movies 1 through 6 garnered. Andor was criminally good, one of the best spy thrillers ever made, and it was a tragedy that it got trapped in Star Wars. Like, I heard about like that Andor, if it didn't have the Star Wars label, would have been a fantastic show.
Mm-hmm.
But I even said that about The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens would have been a great movie without the Star Wars label. But because it had the Star Wars label, it's garbage.
Yeah. Mercenary for another 2. Sorry, but it's intentional with Ubisoft. I believe that.
It gets even better than that.
How could it get better?
Where's Pirate Nation? Pirate Nation posted this like not long ago. And we'll talk about the Half-Life 3 thing in a couple minutes.
Oh, that's right. We got Half-Life 3 stuff.
So, Assassin's Creed, the Assassin's Creed official Twitter, came out and said, unlock the war kick ability to deliver a powerful blow on enemies. It's Yasuke actively kicking a Japanese man through a shrine door, killing his comrade, and then chopping this Japanese man's arms and head off.
Okay, I know that, like, I'm gonna be a hyper bigot here for a moment, but like, I know that in this game, in the series at the very least, this is stuff that it sounds like you can do, but like this says a lot. Thank you for meeting the goal. I saw Force Awakens. I walked out pissed to no end. Thank you.
Yeah.
We will make sure that there are 2 community yippies, by the way. I'll talk to the person and say, hey, we need 2 hairstyles.
So yeah. Ubisoft is just out here just shitting on Japan left and right.
Yeah.
They can't stop.
Am I fishing wrong?
I found fishing in this game to kind of suck.
I don't understand it.
It's also made uncomfortable how Yasuke fights people. It's just so brutal to people, completely in the right in defending themselves. Yeah, no. But, and I'm going to sound incredibly racist here saying it, they're probably making it as brutal as they are because Yasuke is black.
Okay, I'm done fishing. I give up. It's boring. I'm sorry.
I don't want to sound racist saying that, but it's going to come off like I am. But the fact that all of Yasuke's kills that they've shown us are extremely brutal, which doesn't fit Assassin's Creed at all.
Is Assassin's Creed like one of those games that is not overly brutal, or?
I specifically remember Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. And oftentimes when Ezio killed someone, it was very methodical, and he actually, like, his targets that he killed, he actually laid them down to rest and told them to rest well and rest easy. Like, he was respectful to even those he killed.
So are you telling me
Yasuke here is just being brutal?
Are you telling me that they made the black man way more brutal than Ezio?
Yes, way more.
Don't cancel me, chat. They did that, not me. That's I
there
just
was a
like
level
that.
Of grace to it before. No, yeah, there was a level of grace to it before.
I don't like that.
Assassin's Creed was always about methodical murdering, most efficient, rapid killing. Yeah. Even Pirates wasn't this brutal. Yeah, no. Even the pirate game wasn't this brutal. A lot of this brutality is unique to Shadows. You might be onto something. It can be, but it's never to the extent to how this guy's shown to do it. Swift and efficient. Yeah. It's almost like it's his job to go around just doing this, which is even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, he cuts off both his arms and then finishes. Not only that, he stabs him in the chest first, then cuts off both of his arms, then cuts off his head. Like, you killed him with the first stab. Stop.
It's pretty brutal. It's sneak attacks. Yeah.
Like, commonly, like, in Assassin's, like, I'm going to say 2 and Brother, because those are the 2 I've played. Ezio would walk, like, if you were just wanting to go kill, like, a basic character, like, for no reason, like, even, like, an enemy character. Maybe not a big name character, like deserving the full-on assassinations. Ezio would still go up behind them, stab them in a vital organ, and then put them down, and then keep walking. He would do it silently, like an assassin should. Not this. This is insane.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, like hearing that context. Yeah, Ubisoft, what the fuck? Not only did they make the black man way more violent than the other guys in the series, this is just... They're forcing me to sound racist. I don't like that.
Yeah. These aren't demons in Doom. These are people who probably don't know what they're fighting for.
Ay.
Like, fuck. Maximize disrespect and ass Creed Shadows. Depends on the protagonist. Ezio was compassionate, while the Syndicate guy liked to bash people with the kill. The Viking had the protagonist. Ivor was extremely brutal on her kills. Fair. Sounds like they wanted to make this Assassin's Creed like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Bring back Stop Asian Hate, but only on Ubisoft tweets.
Bring back Stop Asian Hate, but only on Ubisoft tweets. Oh, man.
So it's disgusting. I'm sorry.
It is, and it is like, it's one of those situations where you're very interested to see. Ooh, that's a weird little shaking thing right there. You're very interested to see just what happens and whether okay, so like this game comes out at the end of the month, I believe, right?
March 20th.
Okay. Do you think this game is gonna suck, or do you think it's gonna sell?
It's gonna suck.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna sell well, but not like I expect probably somewhere in the same range of like what Kingdom Come Deliverance got, like 200,000 to 300,000. Like, it's still a pretty decent amount, but not like not in like the Monster Hunter Wilds territory in terms of like sales numbers. it's gonna have passable gameplay with a terrible story. Yeah, that's what I expect.
Well, here's what I heard. And I believe I heard this when I was on Hypnocast. The game, you're going to start out as Yasuke, but then you can switch out and you don't necessarily need to play him for a good chunk of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like in GTA 5, I want to say.
I'm going to say 100,000 max. I think it's going to be a bit more than 100,000.
Okay, current players?
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is still a very big name.
Uh-huh. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I've heard a lot of from the guys in the pop culture sphere. I've heard nothing but how low the game is selling for people. So
I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's lower, but I think it's gonna probably be around 200,000, maybe 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is even more apparent because Balatro recently had its Friends of Jimbo update, its fourth one of those.
Oh yeah.
And they had Assassin's Creed in there, and in their Assassin's Creed Shadows bit, they didn't even show Yasuke. They showed the female protagonist.
I wonder if Crony will play this one. Does she normally do that? Also, where the fuck am I going? I have to find this black
if
flame.
it's low, you're gonna have to get an Akko Yippee. I know some people want me to get a Yippee anyway.
We need a Yippee too. We need temp Yippee.
I hope it'll sell under and cause a whole damn shakeup at Ubisoft. Based on some rumors, Ubisoft might be open to that as well, because from what we're hearing, Ubisoft might want to sell to Tencent.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be internally hoping that this does really poorly, just so they can sell off to Tencent.
Well, wouldn't you want to have a game do well so it's easier to sell off to Tencent?
If they piss off the investors enough.
Okay. Posted Londuke in stream suggestions. Okay. Tim, where am I going?
So you need to go find the Black Flame.
Yeah, I am assuming that it's lower.
Yeah, so basically you need to explore the overall region. It's going to be in the lower parts of the region.
I kind of figured that. I'm in the lower parts right now.
You just need to get on your bird and go.
Does the bird know?
And go find it. The bird does not know. You just need to explore and go find it. And no, you because you're still in the village, that does not count. Like, you actually need to go out into the rest of the region and just go.
Oh, so I need to go into the actual region.
Yes. I wanted to ask, who did your Yippee and your dancing Pokemon one? I'd love to have those for Wolfie.
Oh, the dancing Yippee? The dancing Yippee was a gift. And the person who did it, I asked them if they would do more. They unfortunately don't have access to the art program that they were able to make it with. Because I asked them if they would make another one, and they said they can't.
Ouch.
Sadly. I'm still seeing if they could potentially do it in another way, but I'm not going to ask them anymore. But if you're asking for the static one, I can give the R's for the static one. Just message me on Discord or on Twitter.
They will probably sell it off to Tencent, and man, that's going to be so funny to see the French response. Yeah, the French is a pretty siloed culture, and seeing them get infringed by the Chinese for once will be very funny.
Mm-hmm.
So we only truly had one more big topic for the night, but I'm going to bring up one small thing before we get to it.
Okay.
Where it is? I just saw it in our docket. Right. Rumor. Batman Beyond could be the next DC game from Rocksteady Studios that tries to carry on the legacy of the Arkhamverse.
Okay.
So what this is saying is Rocksteady would try, I'm going to go with try because they failed with Suicide Squad, to take it back to what Arkham Asylum City and Night, but with Batman Beyond. So no Bruce Wayne, it's Terry McGinnis, it's
Is that
it's
another Batman?
Beyond. So because Batman Beyond started as an animated show.
Yeah.
As a sequel to Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
And Terry McGinnis, his father actually was killed by some corporate people at Wayne Enterprises because his father was getting too close to finding out about their corruption.
Yep.
So he ended up stealing the Batman Beyond suit from the Batcave because he had done a thing for Bruce Wayne and then stuck in there because he actually kind of put the pieces together that Bruce Wayne was Batman at one point.
Yeah.
Stole the bat suit and then went off to basically go enact his revenge. Very similar to Batman's original origins. And eventually Bruce Wayne became his mentor. Kind of like Terry's Alfred in a way. Like, because he couldn't go out because he was like old. Like, he was broken, he was old, he couldn't just do it anymore.
Yeah.
He was the person behind the computer now.
I see.
And people absolutely loved Batman Beyond. Wasn't Terry the clone's son? Yes. So it was revealed that Terry was actually a clone, or like not a clone, but a God, it's gonna sound really horrible, but it's gonna be very DC in a way. Amanda Waller took the DNA of Bruce Wayne, had it injected into Terry's father. And they didn't do it like in the way that people would assume because it was an animated show for children. But I want to go on a limb and say she extracted the goods.
Is that an octopus?
From Bruce Wayne, put it into Terry's father, so basically Bruce Wayne was the father.
Mm-hmm.
Terry was basically a very early version of what became Damian Wayne.
Interesting.
He's an inseminated child. Yes, pretty much.
Sly, thank you for the 5 VOD gang. I listened to this at work for tonight for the Yippers, or excuse me, for the Yippies. Thank you, very much appreciated. Thank you for the support tonight, chat. By the way, very much appreciate it. You guys are amazing.
He was eugenicsed. Yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm fighting an octopus right now.
Batman Beyond is my favorite DCAU show. Yeah, so basically, for Akko, Batman Beyond is like, what if you mix Cyberpunk with Batman?
Okay.
Which you could see how that could be very appealing in like a game form.
Uh-huh. Okay, this octopus isn't easy.
If they were to do the Batman Beyond, I feel like Terry would have some moves similar to Nightwing. Would be cool to see what that would look like in an open world setting. His dad can only produce Bruce Wayne's clones now. I think it overwrites the mother's DNA too. Yeah, well, the father's dead. that was the trigger. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's okay for people to have hope, but I don't think it's going to be good because there was another rumor that Rocksteady was going to try and make this that Rocksteady was going to try and make it a PS6 exclusive.
The new game?
Yep.
That's not good.
Like a PlayStation 6 exclusive title.
Wait, they're already working on the PS6?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Thank you for the 2. That includes Terry and his little brother. Thank you, Mercenary.
So, I think as a concept, this could be fantastic. Do I think it will go well? No. But basically, the rumor was stating that they kind of want to have it as a launch title for the PS6. Hope it doesn't end up like Arkham Knights. I think a middle ground would be like Arkham City.
You think so?
But they won't do that because the original devs are gone.
Oh no, yeah. Once the original devs for anything are gone, you're never gonna get.
You're never gonna capture that same charm.
The beauty of the game is just gone forever.
And here's something interesting as well. With Batman Beyond, Kevin Conroy was still alive, and Kevin Conroy still voiced Bruce Wayne during that.
Yeah.
So you're no longer going to have Kevin Conroy as Batman in this. Even though Knight basically confirmed that he was still alive, even though he claimed to be dead or fake his own death.
Mm-hmm.
They won't have Kevin Conroy back.
Because he's gone now.
Because he's gone.
Yeah. Side note, really quickly, how is a monster made out of black tar able to have wounds on it?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that this is just an octopus made out of black goo.
Amanda almost had Terry's father killed too. Yes. So that was revealed at the end of the show, basically, that Amanda was trying to have recreate Bruce Wayne through Terry, in every possible detail. She was going to have assassins kill his parents to try and simulate Bruce's parents being killed to create the perfect Batman clone. And she's just like, no, it doesn't. That wasn't gonna work. Or Darth Vader and AI the voice. And unless we know that Kevin Conroy is going to allow DC, or allowed DC, to use AI for his voice, I don't think that would go over very well.
I don't know.
And it still won't go over very well at all.
No, there's some people that'll just be upset whenever you do that. I know that the guy who okayed for his voice for Darth Vader, a lot of people are still upset with that, even though it was his choice.
It was his choice and to allow it, yeah.
Thank you, Merc, for the 2. They're so going to AI voice Kevin. I mean, we don't know that, but it would be the best for them. You know what sucks? The AI voice is one of those things where it's going to ruin new VAs coming into the scene, because now all they have to do is use an old VA's voice because of the nostalgia that comes from it. So that's one of those situations where a new VA would be useful, a good new VA, not just any VA, a good one. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get that anymore. I think, unfortunately, we're kind of just stuck with shitty VA. I don't know. I'm kind of in the mode that there's no such thing as a good VA anymore. And we may never get another one again.
I'm going to disagree with that.
I don't know. I think I'm just unfortunately... I am unfortunately very upset to see how VAs have just been sucking a lot recently.
So, our final topic for tonight is actually watching a video.
Oh, I can't really watch a video while fighting a black tar monster.
Would you like me to hold off until you kill it?
Yeah, if you want to help me kill it, that would be great.
My game has crashed twice now.
I don't know how far I am into fighting this thing.
Otherwise, chat. We'll hold off on that topic because we'll end off with the Half-Life 3 one. But Sonic Unleashed got an unofficial port.
That's right. So Sonic Unleashed is a game that I wish we had on PC, because it's probably right next to SA2, one of my more favorite Sonic adventure-esque games. Really quickly, thank you.
So there actually was a theory behind why we don't have it yet.
Is there a specific copyright reason?
No. So someone actually came out with the idea that maybe the Switch was to be the problem here.
Okay.
Because Unleashed looked way ahead of its time on the PS3, that if Sega were to remaster it for the current platforms today, they'd have to lower the quality of it for the Switch.
Why?
Because the Switch is seemingly unable to give out the graphical fidelity that the original PS3 and 360 Unleashed had. Because admittedly, if you think about it, Unleashed on the PS3 and 360 looked like it belonged in today's the PS5 and Xbox Series X. It looked that good back then.
It's just kind of crazy that an older game like that can still look good today.
The best looking Sonic game we've ever had.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Temp, if you verify the files that I sent you for it, I'll download it and play it for chat eventually.
Yeah, I'd love that too. So
Maybe we can do a well, not side by side, but we can do like a race. Actually, we could do a side by side because I have 2 computers now.
So, I don't know. I think this is fantastic. I hope Sega... Here's what I hope. Either Sega sees this and instead of DMCAing them, says, this is really good. Can we just hire you and just to do this and make it official?
That would be nice, wouldn't it? It has 750p resolution. I mean... Yeah, it's a PS3 game.
It's a PS3 game, yeah.
I don't know what you expect
and
there.
It still looked fantastic. But...
Don't Blackpill, there's still hope? Exactly, there's still hope.
So, I think it's more likely that if they are going to see this, it's going to be when Switch 2 is a thing.
That would be nice.
Like, this is great. I love this, and Unleashed... I know when Unleashed came out, it was very divisive, because people hated the Werehog stages. But as this game has aged... It feels like this game has become like a favorite for like a generally large amount of the community.
Oh yeah, I think
like its story was one of the best they've ever told. Its gameplay, I mean, this was the Boost game that all the other games are cloning each other off of.
Bam, headshot. I have to be getting close with this thing.
This game has potential to come back. I hope it does.
I do too. I do too. I do too. I do too. Was the thing that you wanted to watch the video for talking about the leaks for Half-Life 3?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can I listen to it specifically, or do you need me to be watching it?
No, we can listen to it. I can play it on mine, and then you can listen to it.
Okay. Well,
Would you like me to stream it?
Yeah, you bring it up really quickly here.
Okay.
Hurry, because this thing is trying to breathe fire on me.
Okay, I have it up. Let me bring up the reaction
All
thing
right.
on mine.
Go ahead.
That way you all can hear it.
Really quickly, before we continue, Borracho Gato for 5, just puppeteer Kevin's corpse around like Disney does with Stan Lee. That's not something I want to do. That's kind of sad.
Yeah. Like, Kevin Conroy is basically like the Stan Lee of, like, DC now. Like, he's just that big for DC.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So,
you are free to go ahead. Let's get some preamble first when talking about this.
So, the short version is, chat, Half-Life 3 may be closer than we think.
Why do we think that?
Short version, there are some leaks in that state that HLX. Sorry, I'm not gonna say Half-Life 3. I'm gonna say HLX because we don't know if it's Half-Life 3 or not. But it's like 99% like confirmed. It's just Valve needs to say it's confirmed.
Chat, put down in the comments if you think that this is Copium or if you think this is Half-Life 3.
So here, let me finish. The reason why this video is even here at all is they found out that Valve is starting FSR, like putting an FSR into this game. That means it is incredibly far in development. Like almost to the point that we could be seeing an announcement anytime now.
Pass the Copium to town.
All right. So let's watch it. Let's kind of, again, so for anyone who doesn't know, Tyler McVicker, who's made this video, has been doing data mines for years from Valve games. So when he noticed some of these things, like, he actively points it out.
weird situation for like 2 months there. There's a pattern that whenever Valve goes on a holiday break, it's possible for whatever major project that was in development before the holidays doesn't survive after. Most famously, this took place with Team Fortress 2. Originally, when everybody went on holiday break after shipping Half-Life 2, Team Fortress 2 was an aliens versus humans game called TF2 Invasion. When everybody came back from the holidays and their post Half-Life 2 shipping vacations, nobody wanted to work on this very well-received yet incredibly complex multiplayer shooter. So the legend has it, somebody went, F it, let's just remake Team Fortress Classic. This pattern happened again with Left 4 Dead 3 in the mid-2010s, and we were all worried that it was going to be happening again with HLX. We had not received a major engine level update since mid-December of 2024, and in that, there wasn't a whole lot of meat to go off of. And the majority of the interesting information that was being reported had to do with external playtesting, meaning people from outside of the company and outside of the company's sphere were being brought in to try out HLX, bug test it hardcore. Those two things coming together at the same time spells disaster for Valve software, as external playtesters are usually the types of people that cause Valve to reevaluate projects. This has happened for nearly every major released Valve project. Deadlock was Neon Prime. Half-Life Alyx was originally a game about Combine sympathizers and a woman named Han. Half-Life 2 was dark and gritty. Team Fortress 2 was called Invasion. Every single game had a reboot period. And if you had external playtesters at the same time people were going on holiday vacation, a lot of people who are in the know started getting worried. That was until this last major Dota 2 update, where we got final confirmation indeed that HLX survived the holiday break, does not seem to be going through any form of reboot, and an announcement seems to be inching ever closer. This video is sponsored by World of Tanks. All right, listen
Skip
up.
this, yeah.
World
Really quickly, while you're skipping it, Mercenary, thank you for the 5. I bought Unleashed on PS3 at Walmart at a whim. Best impulse buy ever. I don't get the hate for it. It's really just the night stages that people hate, but I don't hate them. I think they're just fine.
No, yeah, I like Twitter Hawk stages, honestly. Like, I get why people don't like them, but I enjoyed them.
It took 10 hours. We found a lot of stuff, and unfortunately, none of it is going to be that important to you. You're seeing it scroll across your screen now. It's a lot of very finite changes that are being made to the game's engine. You know, the kind of thing that happens near the end.
So if you can pause for a moment and kind of illustrate what this guy is talking about in terms of some of the stuff that's scrolling by, if you can.
I really can. Like, a lot of this is just a lot of internal, like, engine gobbledygook.
Okay.
Like, he's putting it here so people can, like, who know this stuff can pause and be like, oh, okay, I know what that is.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's like, for the general people, it doesn't matter.
Fair
production
enough.
cycle. You may have seen this image floating around with some kind of caption stating that it looks like Valve has hit the optimization and polish phase. This is allowing the engine to tone down the computational power of each AI within a space based on the distance from the player. This absolutely is optimization work. What you likely didn't see on Reddit or Twitter or Blue Sky was everything else. The majority of the information that was found within the latest Dota 2 update pertains to optimization and polish. This is getting to the point where it does feel as if Valve is nearing completion of the production of HLX. And if the rumors and rumblings behind the scenes are to be believed, then this is absolutely the case. And an announcement, not a release, but an announcement for the calendar year of 2025 could be expected. I said could be expected. And instead of trying to go through each and every string and how it pertains to a specific system within Source 2, I am instead going to try and recap. HLX appears to be a single player.
So he added under the video, so for those who aren't watching and those who are listening, he put on the video speculation. He knows what he's talking about, but unless Valve themselves comes out and confirms this, it is speculation.
Well, the confirmation would have to be a game announcement.
Exactly. So
first-person shooter. Now, thematically and story-wise, we know nothing. Like, next to nothing other than Barney Calhoun is likely a part of it. However, mechanically speaking, this is very much an evolution of the systems that were originally seen in Half-Life 2. The existence of a physics system at all was the groundbreaking feature. The physics are heavily evolved, with things like buoyancy, flammability, deformation, and the weights in which a specific material requires to be under in order to deform, fluid simulation and the physics between fluids and objects, how specific fluids can change the flammability state of specific surfaces, how the sound properties of different surfaces are affected by the state that surface is in, NPC reactions, and overall entity AI, with human-based NPCs appearing to have an entire mood-based system, where an NPC's surroundings, meaning visual, auditory, and smell-wise, can affect the state of that NPC and change the reactions both verbally and non-verbally that the NPC will convey to both the player and to other.
So what is he talking about right now?
That where it's basically to a point where the AI, or like the NPCs essentially, can react to the environment.
Okay.
Like it was real.
I see. Sounds complicated. Well, that's Valve for you.
That's Valve. Valve isn't a game company. They're a store market that makes games occasionally. Pretty much.
Exactly.
No way, a game company that optimizes their games? I know, right?
Valve is like, we are really going to be screwed when Gabe is dead.
Yeah, we are. Counterpoint, this could not be for Half-Life, but a different game completely. Very true. This could be. But everything points to at least being a Half-Life project. Whether it's, HL3 or something else, we don't know. But a lot of stuff points it to it being at least a Half-Life project.
Uh-huh.
Non-player characters. NPCs also appear to be able to dynamically adjust their nav meshes if and when destructibility takes place within a map's environment. And while the voxel-based destruction systems that we have long speculated on are starting to appear to be for a different project, we can also expect a level of replayability to be born out of a random assortment and placement of entities. We are not playing a procedurally generated map, we are instead playing a handcrafted map, meaning all of the geometry within a level is handcrafted, but the placement of entities, such as health kits, enemies, and blockages to different areas of a map can be different each time the player returns to an area or replays that area. Think of the director from Left 4 Dead. Of course, we also have significant vehicle simulation. We are talking about land vehicles similar to cars and trucks. However, water vehicles are not out of the question. The level of simulation taking place here is on par with games that are predominantly focused on driving. HLX, or as we think it will be, Half-Life 3 does appear to be shaping up to be what we think Valve wants. The next generation of interactivity within a virtual space. And sure, as far as this kind of game goes, strictly single-player first-person shooters are kind of rare nowadays, so anything would be seen as revolutionary. Valve, of course, needs to push that envelope. And with all of the strings that were found within the Dota 2 update pointing to the idea that they're polishing and optimizing, we might be closer than even I originally thought, with an announcement possibly in 2025. Once again, not a release necessarily, but an announcement possibly in 2025. Oh, and okay, well, on February 25th, 2025, a massive update to Deadlock came out, changing the 4-lane map into a 3-lane map, and an entire 3 months worth of engine changes also shipped with that. And although I have not data mined this, a few others have done a very basic search, and the string HLX FSR3 is in there. Okay, so it legitimately is nearing the end of development then. You don't use FSR until you're nearly done with a game. Those AI post-processing systems are not supposed to be used for development. This string in Deadlock, which by the way, Deadlock just added FSR3 support. It's literally using HLX's FSR3 development. This is showing that HLX now has FSR3 working in its development build. Okay, well, obviously, if you're at all interested in this story, get subscribed. This stuff is moving faster than even I thought when I recorded the first half of this video, but we need to data mine this Deadlock update.
So it basically goes on saying he needs to data mine the update, but it comes out saying since the deadlock update, which you and I did talk about off stream, is that they did that. Basically saying the fact that the game is getting FSR 3 put in means it is near completion. Which is why they are, he is saying, we could see an announcement this year. He's not saying a release because he doesn't want to put that on his shoulder saying, oh, I was wrong about a release. He doesn't want to say that. But an announcement anytime this year is possible.
That's crazy.
And based on this, Valve doesn't even want to announce it until it's ready to go.
Right.
Handcrafted, not AI generated like EA. What a deal. And no, right? I will say the devs are a little silly sometimes and will put Half-Life 3 in their code to mess with people. Valve doesn't really make games per se. It makes engines and tech demos in the form of games to show off what the newly added features can do. Guy is getting a lot of this information from data mining experiments in other games. Makes a lot of sense. Yes. And they're all Valve games he's getting this from too. That's the specific thing.
Ooh, excuse me. So, well, if this does actually happen, Valve will finally have counted to 3.
If I'm going to make an educated guess. Valve has a good relationship with Jeff Keighley. Summer Game Fest.
Summer Game Fest.
That's when we're going to hear about this.
Okay.
I could very well be wrong, but I think that is the earliest we will hear about this Summer Game Fest.
Okay. Interesting. Well, there you go, chat.
Just imagine the Game of the Year awards, like the Game Awards this year, and seeing like Monster Hunter Wilds, Grand Theft Auto 6, Half-Life 3, and like a new 3D Mario game, all up there. For Game of the Year. Like, what a wild year that would be.
It would make Game of the Year kind of difficult.
Yeah, it would. I've been down this road too many times. Need dog advice. Is this the right place? For what? For what specifically? I don't know. Valve does their own thing. They do their own thing very regularly, but because of their relationship with Jeff Keighley, that's where I could see them doing it. I would prefer them not to have to like rely on Jeff Keighley because he's also kind of a sleazeball. I mean, I'm again going to sound mildly racist. Canadians. He is Canadian.
That's not racist. Canadians are white.
How to take care of dogs.
Excuse me.
You feed
Excuse
dog,
me. Most Canadians.
You walk dog. You water dog.
Most Canadians are actually Indian now, so you are being racist.
It would be a nice turnaround for the gaming market. Honestly, like, if Valve... That's nationalist. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hey, excuse me.
So, yeah, that's pretty much our last topic for the night. It's pretty impressive what we could, see.
Indeed.
I'm not going to say we're going to see Half-Life 3 this year. But just imagine the Game Awards. Like, the fact that they're going to have to, like, I feel like GTA 6's only competitor will end up being Half-Life 3. Like, I genuinely believe that Monster Hunter Wilds will be up there for Game of the Year. I think it has a pretty good chance. But I think nothing will beat GTA 6.
You don't think so?
No, I think GTA 6 is just going to be a shoo-in. Like, guaranteed, that's going to be it.
That's kind of sad. These close-ups?
I genuinely believe there are only 2 things that can beat GTA 6.
Yeah.
Half-Life 3 and a 3D Mario.
Okay.
And neither of those are confirmed. If Half-Life is even announced, it will break the internet. Oh, yeah. Yes, it will.
It will. It will, and there is no competing.
If they unveil Half-Life 3 and then it goes up for pre-order, Steam will be down.
You think so?
Yes.
That would be funny.
Steam will actively go down. All right, then I need to sleep. Was fun, guys. Well, thank you for joining us.
We are gonna end it off here.
Okay.
Mizu is streaming right now, and because he's doing something very controversial, that's who we're raiding tonight.
Yep. So, chat. I did not show it all this stream. I didn't want to.
How dare you?
But if you like the content we produce, I'd appreciate if you leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, follow on Twitch, join the Discord, and all that wonderful stuff. Follow on X. If you join the Discord, you'll be able to talk to me quite regularly, and it'll be the best place to know when I go live. We're getting ever closer to 400 subscribers over on YouTube. We are, in fact, at this point, around, 40 subs away? Ish.
Yeah.
So, no, sorry, not 40. No, around 40. Yeah, it's around 40. I think it's like 38. So, otherwise, chat, we'll see you all. I'll be alive next week on Friday with Final Fantasy VI. We're starting that next week. Otherwise, chat, we're just going to send you off to Mizu.
Yes, you guys have a fantastic night. Oh, I will be back on Wednesday for something. Something will happen. Somebody will fuck up and I'll get to talk about it on Wednesday. So I'll see you guys then.
I don't want to glow for the raid. All right, Tapeworm, you all have a good night, and
peace.
I will see you all on Friday. Have a good night, chat. I'm going to wait for this so I can send you off to Mizu in like 7 seconds.